Welcome to Mount Vernon Rams Baseball on WMIX and WMIXSports.com, where you can listen from any device. Rams Baseball from WMIX Sports is powered by the official voice of Rams Athletics, Community First Bank of the Heartland. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Rams Baseball is also sponsored in part by the Medicine Shop of Mount Vernon, Ford Square and King City Chrysler. You can count on us. Red Lake College. Save thousands on your college education. Log on to rlc.edu. State Farm Insurance Agent Tony Wilt. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Second Chance Auto on Route 142 East in Mount Vernon. Good Samaritan Regional Health Center. Raising a Hospital. Raising the Bar. Winning Edge. Schmidt Ford of Salem. And also by the Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois. Landers Collision Centers of Mount Vernon and Salem. Schmidt Chevrolet of Mount Vernon. All Stars and Stitches. Central Christian Church. And People's National Bank.
Play ball!
It's time to join Chris Hugo and Danny Czerwinski for Mount Vernon Rams Baseball from the Ford Square WMIX Sports Mobile Studios. The Landers Collision Center's pregame show starts now.
And we welcome you into the Commonwealth of Kentucky. Today, the Mount Vernon Rams in the McCracken County Baseball Invitational. Their first opponent will be the Owls of Memphis U-High. Chris Hugo and Danny Czerwinski alongside for your good Friday baseball action. The Rams have Memphis U-High to start. Then at 2 o'clock, they will have the Bartlett Panthers, also out of Tennessee. This is your Landers Collision Center's pregame show. Big or small, Landers fixes them all. Call 1-888-LANDERS. That number is 1-888-LANDERS. The U-High Owls are warming up on the diamond right now. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll talk about this matchup between the 9-7-1 Mount Vernon Rams and a 12-7 U-High Owls. This is Rams Baseball from WMIX Sports.
Hi, this is Joe David Cummins, President of Community First Bank. Now is a great time to move your account to Community First Bank. With our new One Account offering the highest interest rate in the market, free checking, and CD specials delivered by people you know and trust, why would you not bank with the market leader in Jefferson County? We offer 5 locations with 7 ATMs and have been serving the Jefferson County market since 1906. Stop in and see why our bank is the fastest growing bank in Jefferson County. Community First Bank. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Member FDIC.
Registration for summer classes at Lake College is going on now. The 8-week summer term is a great chance to catch up on classes you need, from general education to electives and more. Curious about starting college or even a little nervous? Summer is a good time for new students to find out what Lake College can do for you. Registration for summer classes continues through June 6th. Call us at 618-437-5321 or find us online at rlc.edu. Lake College, your journey starts here.
Whether it's Mother Nature's inability to decide on a season, a weekend that got a little out of hand, or just life, there's always something looking to damage your vehicle. This is Chase Landers from Landers Collision Centers. Maybe winter weather turned your full-size sedan into a compact, or a little hail has your truck looking like Swiss cheese. Perhaps a deer decided to go for a ride on your hood, or maybe your truck is missing its hitch and bumper after pulling your little brother out of the ditch last weekend. Did a bad breakup leave a little graffiti on your SUV? We hope not, but we've seen it all, and we certainly don't judge. Whatever mess life has created for your vehicle, we'll clean it up. As a direct repair facility for many insurance companies, we take care of just about everything, even getting you into a temporary vehicle while we restore yours. That's the Landers difference. Top to bottom, big or small, Landers fixes them all. Come see us in Mount Vernon and Salem and ask us about free detailing for the life of your vehicle. Or call 1-888-LANDERS. That's 1-888-LANDERS.
Back to Mount Vernon Rams Baseball, powered by Community First Bank of the Heartland.
And welcome you back, WMIX, WMIXSports.com, Mount Vernon Rams Baseball from the McCracken County, Kentucky Baseball Invitational. So glad to have you with us. Chris Hugo and Danny Czerwinski alongside. Every Barton is back in our Mount Vernon studio. DC, take a look at the complex they have here. On paper, $52 million. You wonder, of course, if you have a $70 million budget, what all you could get. And you take a look at these facilities here in McCracken County, just on the southwest side of Paducah, and what a beautiful facility, not in terms of baseball, but all sports. And then the high school included. It's just a magnificent atmosphere, great facilities, and everything here is nice.
Looking at everything that we can see from our press box, you have a high school built out of the rectangular mode, which looks kind of like a Carterville, Pinckneyville, DuQuoin, Oakville style high school, which works very well. New baseball field, new softball field, turf football field, with a ticket facility and changing area there. You have a soccer field with the track around the soccer field. That way your football fans are closer to the action there. You have a 50-yard long, don't tell them how many foot high, indoor practice facility off to our right. Tennis courts, another facility over here at our left that's kind of like concession stand, bathroom, and whatnot over here at our left. I mean, this is what you can do with about $52 million. Then I want all in on it. I want to know how they did it, because this is how you do things. You want to build something new in the school world.
And they're hosting the first annual, I shouldn't assume annual, the first McCracken County Baseball Invitational here on Easter weekend. Had a game last night, games today, games tomorrow. The Rams, of course, have 2 today, 1 tomorrow. The game tomorrow will be at Brooks Stadium in Paducah. They will have the Henderson County Colonels tomorrow. We'll have that game for you as well here on WMIX. Your home for every pitch of Rams baseball. Speaking of the Rams, a 19-2 win yesterday over the Cahokia Comanches. Rams get back to 500 in South 7 Conference play at 2-2. Now 9-7-1 overall. A team that's already got 17 games in of their 35-game allotment. And, of course, the Rams have played a lot of games, hoping some of that experience can pay off against teams you really don't know a lot about. You've heard a lot about in terms of teams like Memphis U-High, and then, of course, you also have Bartlett. But all in all, for the Rams, a lot of relative unknowns coming into today. We're able to pitch by committee yesterday, throwing one guy an inning. Today, hoping to get some innings out of your starting pitching and see what you have going into Easter weekend.
3 games in 2 days. You're going to need some pitchers to get done. Of course, next week you have to go to Centralia Tuesday, Breeze Central Wednesday, and home on Thursday. So busy week again next week for the Rams. So 3 games in 2 days here in McCracken County. You need some guys to go give you some innings, whether it's good, bad, or indifferent on the scoreboard.
Of course, here at Edward Jones Field on campus, 330 down the lines, 360 in the gaps, I believe 405 straight away center field. So a nice park, familiar dimensions in terms for the Mount Vernon Rams, and you hope that they can come down here and do what they need to do. But it's one of those things. We're running into some great baseball competition. You're coming off the season, no secret, going to 4th place in Illinois Class 3A. You come down here losing a lot of that talent, but hoping now you have a rhythm after the Rams have actually started off with some flaws, but have found some successes.
Guys are learning their ways and learning their roles and learning to do things at the varsity level and have become accustomed to it. Young no more are they. They being the Rams, have figured out a few things, and it was nice to get a blowout win yesterday, get on the other side of one of those where you loosen up, have some fun, and enjoy a blowout win yesterday at Cahokia. And now you turn around here into this facility here in this tournament here with 3 very solid games this weekend.
3 very solid games indeed. The Rams are 9-7-1 now. Of course, 2 games above 500. They're 2-2 in the South 7 Conference. They return to conference play against Centralia, as Danny said, on Tuesday. They'll travel to Breeze Central on Wednesday before hosting Althoff already on Thursday. It's an interesting South 7 Conference as Centralia and Althoff, believe it or not, are tied atop at 3-1. Though Althoff does possess a win over the Orphans. Things getting a little muddy there in South 7 Conference play from top to bottom. So they play Pepper.
Yeah, they're playing a different way. Whoever you hit the ball to has to keep the ball going around that side of the circle. And I don't know if somebody's going to get hurt or what, but it looks like they're starting to get a hang of it. Are the Rams around Tom Fulkerson? It's very interesting to watch. He has about 8, 9 guys out there, starters, not named the pitcher, and they're all trying. Once you hit a ground ball, you have to flip the baseball around back and forth, and they're starting to pick up on it a little bit, but I don't think they're going to have time to get a good grasp of what the game is.
Of course, there's no Pepper signs anywhere, as you would see in some facilities, so taking advantage of trying to get a little loose before this one. Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski alongside every Bart back at our Mount Vernon studio. Your WMIX sports team for today. The next game will be the Rams and the Bartlett Panthers. Look forward to being here every step of the way. Your home for every pitch of Mount Vernon Rams baseball is right here on WMIX and WMIXsports.com. This is your Landers Collision Center's pregame show. Big or small, Landers fixes them all. Now they detail them all, too. Ask about free premium detailing for the life of your car at Landers Collision Centers of Mount Vernon and Salem. Just call 1-888-LANDERS. That number is 1-888-LANDERS. The hang of it they have.
They have got it. I think, see, once you get on one end, you have to go all the way around the horn, and they have messed it up. Catcher's mitt got a cuff on there. They had it a while ago. They did go around one time from one end to the other, the way the ground ball worked out. So they have gotten it, but now it's starting to put a little pressure on themselves in this game as we wait to get started here.
And when we talk about the Rams as finding a rhythm, Danny, one thing that you notice is that when you go on trips like these, they can often be a good team-building, team-bonding exercise. If you're able to get in, play the baseball you need to play, but also let loose and have fun like they are, this could be a great thing for the Rams baseball heading forward, having a nice overnight stay here in Paducah and then going into tough games again next week and into May.
Yeah, and that's going to be the tough thing here is other situations, and the notes that we're being told is that the umpires may not be here till noon. So we're not sure if that means we're going to be in an extended delay or how this is all going to work, but we have been told from the Mount Vernon dugout the umpires may not be here till 12 o'clock.
So there we go. And, of course, this will be an extended Landers Collision Center's pregame show, apparently. Here on WMIX and WMIXSports.com. We're going to go ahead and take another break. Big or small, Landers fixes them all. This is Rams Baseball, powered by Community First Bank.
Women's health care just got closer to home, right here in Salem. St. Mary's Good Samaritan Women's Health Care and OBGYNs Dr. Deborah Carson, Dr. Doug Combs, Dr. Jamie Plett, Dr. Elizabeth Byer-Nolan, and Dr. Michael Schifano are seeing patients every Tuesday at the Salem Family Health Center. That means you'll have a full range of OBGYN services close to home, including prenatal and wellness checks, incontinence treatment, and family planning options for when your family's complete. Plus, access to state-of-the-art Da Vinci robotic surgery for quicker recovery and less pain after hysterectomy. Ladies, your health is important, so why not get OBGYN care right here close to home by St. Mary's Good Samaritan Women's Health Care? Call 1-877-456-2496 to make your appointment. That's 1-877-456-2496.
Raise your hand if you're tired of showing up for a service appointment only to sit around a waiting room. Hi, Roy Schmidt, Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram dealer at King City Chrysler Center. Our express lane fast oil changes and more provide quick, convenient service with no appointment needed. Our specialists are on hand to wait on you with lanes dedicated just for your oil changes, tire rotation, brake inspections, batteries, bulbs, wiper blades, air filter replacements, and more. We will also perform complimentary vehicle inspection with every oil change. We work around your schedule, open weekdays from 7:30 until 5 and Saturdays from 8 a.m. until noon. See Express Lane Fast Oil Changes and more for all of your service needs, and we will get you back on the road quick. We're located at King City Chrysler Center at 1603 Broadway in Mount Vernon, Illinois. Just another reason you can count on us.
WMIX Sports is your home for the Mount Vernon Rams, powered by Community First Bank.
And we welcome you back on your Landers Collision Center's pregame/sports show on WMIX, WMIXSports.com. Umpires were either late or maybe a snafu. We don't know. We were told possibly not until noon, but they will be here as soon as they can to get this one started. And so the Mount Vernon Rams and the U-High Owls loosening up, of course. I'm not sure what U-High was doing over there. It looked like, at first I thought they were playing an incarnation of cup ball, but they've switched games. You remember cup ball, don't you?
Yeah, cup ball. I remember that, too.
I remember a lot of that. Of course, you look over there, Rams seem to have a grasp of pepper, but taking a look at things here, we talked about the beautiful facilities they have. You can find pictures of some of these facilities on the Twitterverse at WMIX Sports if you want to give us a follow, but you take a look at the baseball field they have, and they've done something smart. If you want to talk about the business side of school, that's where I find things very interesting. And I get to have this conversation frequently with one of the local administrations. Won't say the school, but, you know, they sold the naming rights here to the baseball field. Edward Jones Field is the name of it. That helps bring in some revenue to where they're able to do some things to be fancy. Probably helps, you know, in terms of getting this tournament off the ground. Look at the facilities they have here. They have a nice soccer field with a track around that.
That's a great idea.
I believe a turf football field.
Yeah.
They decided not to do turf or ran out of money. They would have had a full 70. Probably could have gotten that done. You look across the way, very nice softball complex. You have nice tennis courts. I don't even know if they use all greenhouses
for other projects.
And the tennis courts have a lot of nice accessories. And then this multi-purpose facility, which we are behind home plate, up in the air a little bit, this nice press box they have, which also actually has a football coach-like roof on top of it. But when you say it'd be over our right shoulder to give you some perspective here at McCracken County High School, but they can do just about everything in that. I don't know what we're talking with Denny Clark earlier. He estimated at the center point of it could be probably about 50, 60 feet. So when you take a look at something like that, I believe 50 yards in depth, there's a lot to being done with the athletic facilities. And they certainly, when they built this high school, of course, combining, I believe, Lono, Keith, and Reedland. So when you take all of that into consideration, 3 high schools now into one, if you put it in terms of Illinois classification, would be well into Class 4A. Very nice facility here. They've done a lot right, and now they're reaping the benefits of that.
Well, that's one of the things when in Illinois we talk about going for a class and everybody can play in one class and it's that another. Well, the difference in Kentucky is county schools. There, of course, Paducah-Tillman's still around, but that's the bigger size of the schools. And then when in the state boys basketball tournament, they have 16 teams. And the reason they can do that is you have a school like McCracken County, Marshall County, we're familiar with, that, those are big old high schools that go. That's why you can have one class as far as that goes, advancing the Rupp Arena. But when you look at what has been done, one of the points brought up by the media members down here is the fact that you build this school out and away from Paducah, and there's plenty of room if they want to expand or add things or whatever the case may be. And when you look around at the facilities and how it was done, and then the high school was done, that is the thing that I'm most impressed with. The high school shape we're looking at, we haven't been in it. They're actually in school today here at McCracken County High School using Good Friday to make up from some of the snow days in the winter. And this facility is amazing. I mean, we haven't even get into the school yet. Probably won't be, but the school is amazing. And then the facilities that student-athletes have to pick from and to play in, and the indoor facility, I mean, it's second to none. And for $70 million or less, $52 to $70 million, I mean, my gosh, if you're building a school in Illinois, you need to get down here now and take a look at this place.
Yeah, I mean, this is an absolutely supreme facility. I'm not sure if test scores into education, things like that, but you would have to assume that things are pretty good here in McCracken County. I really like the fact that when they built this, and this is a great idea for anybody listening, is they did not put the track around the football field. That's kind of been the, oh my gosh, build a football field, put a track around it, then it feels like you're 8 lanes and sidelines 8 lanes, fencing, you're so far away from football, you know, and then if you don't get a bleacher seat, the bleachers aren't big enough, you're standing looking, you know, you can't see anything. They put the track around the soccer field, and I thought that's a nice touch because your football fans can be closer. You don't need people standing right on the soccer field, so that kind of keeps the spacing there where the ball can get out, you know, whatever. I really like that idea of having an actual football field only and then a soccer field. Of course, the football field's turf, so you can use it for PE, for band, for football, for whatever. Baseball, softball can go in the indoor facility. I mean, you have a walking track around this whole facility as well. I mean, old school ground. So it's done well. I mean, this is as good as it gets. And there's Marquette Stadium, so that's obviously the name of something down here. Lourdes Hospital here around the Paducah area. That's also a big donation here as well. So naming rights, getting money, businesses, I mean, this is it. This is how you do it. The blueprint is here. I would say just a remarkable facility they have here, McCracken County High School on the southwest side of Paducah. So glad to have you with us for your Landers Collision Center's pregame show. Don't forget Rams Athletics on the radio, presented by Community First Bank of the Heartland, home of the one checking account. It's free checking and high-yield interest. Community First Bank, where one means more. There are 5 at Jefferson County branches, Mountford and Dix, Woodlawn, and Ina. We appreciate their support of our coverage all year long, from football to volleyball to basketball, boys and girls, to baseball to softball. It's all here on WMIX and WMIXsports.com. So what we have here is a situation where the umpire's not quite here yet. First pitch was supposed to have been at 11:30. So trying to get, hopefully, a start by noon. And it's a good thing because originally the Rams' second game was supposed to have started at 1:30. I think they decided to maybe go ahead and back things up and do them in 2.5-hour increments. So second game not supposed to start till 2, so maybe if you get a quick game in, of course, as the Rams are accustomed to, then things could roll on time, starting with that 2 o'clock.
Yeah,
we'll see what happens.
You're just going to treat it like a doubleheader now, back-to-back, 15 minutes ago. Of course, the other team will have to take infield if they want. Mount Vernon wouldn't need to play in a game, so we can see how that gets all played out, but I would expect a quick back-to-backer today.
Yes, sir. We'll see what happens. Mount Vernon Rams and the Memphis U-High Owls, University School, actually. This is the high school. Then there's the lower school, as they call it. So the Owls in action, of course, their coaching staff, probably the most notable name you'll see on as assistant coach is former Cardinal middle infielder Bo Hart, who is now one of the voices of the Memphis Redbirds down there. in Radio Land in Memphis, of course, for the Cardinal AAA affiliate. Let's see. We'll take another break here on your Landers Collision Center's pregame show. When we come back, we'll talk more about this matchup and more about this tournament. The Vernon Rams and the U-High Owls coming up at some point. This is Rams Baseball from WMIX Sports.
Hi, this is Joe David Cummins, President of Community First Bank. By now you have heard about our new One Checking product. The new One Account is a high-interest-earning, free checking account designed for everyone. Unlike other banks that pay interest on higher balance, this account pays interest on all balances. From high schoolers to Warren Buffett, One will work for you. You can talk to one of us at 244-3000 and learn about the details. One, exclusively at Community First Bank. You will be one happy customer. Member FDIC.
You need a great quality new-to-you vehicle. There's a reason why Second Chance Auto has been helping put families into affordable, dependable vehicles for over 34 years. Honest, fair deals. Ain't nothing fancy, just great vehicles with warranties and bank rate financing for all. That's the only way Second Chance Auto will do business. They're receiving new vehicles every day. So be sure to stop by and find out how you can save thousands on the total cost of your vehicle. Helping people get a great, dependable vehicle for over 34 years. Second Chance Auto, Route 142 East in Mount Vernon. Call 244-4582.
Whether it's Mother Nature's inability to decide on a season, a weekend that got a little out of hand, or just life, there's always something looking to damage your vehicle. This is Chase Landers from Landers Collision Centers. Maybe winter weather turned your full-size sedan into a compact, or a little hail has your truck looking like Swiss cheese. Perhaps a deer decided to go for a ride on your hood, or maybe your truck is missing its hitch and bumper after pulling your little brother out of the ditch last weekend. Did a bad breakup leave a little graffiti on your SUV? We hope not, but we've seen it all, and we certainly don't judge. Whatever mess life has created for your vehicle, we'll clean it up. As a direct repair facility for many insurance companies, we take care of just about everything, even getting you into a temporary vehicle while we restore yours. That's the Landers difference. Top to bottom, big or small, Landers fixes them all. Come see us in Mount Vernon and Salem and ask us about free detailing for the life of your vehicle. Or call 1-888-LANDERS. That's 1-888-LANDERS.
This is Mount Vernon Rams Baseball, powered by Community First Bank of the Heartland.
And we welcome you back, WMIX and WMIXSports.com. Today, the Mount Vernon Rams and the University Owls from Memphis. The game started here momentarily. We're still waiting on some umpires to get here. Not sure what happened. Really doesn't matter at this point. But
you don't need no sneaking umpires.
No?
I guess we do.
Unfortunately.
Call your own balls and strikes. Everybody gets here.
So that is what they will do. That's Danny Czerwinski. I'm Chris Hugo. Avery Barton is back in our Mount Vernon studio. Of course, the WMIX News at noon will be FM only today on 94.1. So if you happen to be tuned in after the 11 o'clock waiting for the noon hour international headlines, that'll be on 94.1. We're here on AM 940, WMIX Mount Vernon, a free service from Withers Broadcasting. Glad to be here. Beautiful day in Paducah. We expected a first pitch temperature of around 68 degrees. Temperatures could hover around the 70-degree mark here in Paducah today. And in the Commonwealth, it'll be a little bit warmer than what it will have been back at home in the King City today. Both teams trying to stay loose, of course, in foul grounds. The third base dugout, the Owls, who, of course, actually have blue as their primary color. They're going to be in gray unis, gray pants, thankfully, blue numerics, and white trim. I believe gray caps with blue bills, if I remember right. Rams, of course, in their traditional blacks, orange trim down the sides, orange numeric trimmed in white. And then their pants are gray. Many will have orange shoes. But for the Mount Vernon Rams and the U-High Owls, just hoping to get to business as usual here and get this one started. But that's the key thing.
Memphis U-High, more known for their basketball prowess, a longtime member of the Carbondale Holiday Tournament, made several trips to Class A and Championship Plus games in their run down there, and a team that did a lot of little things right. Now we'll see if the baseball team kind of does what the basketball team used to do at the Carbondale Tournament, but a nice showing of orange and black down here from Mount Vernon. They made the journey south to Paducah, and Memphis with probably quite a few fans also down to our left as we sit here in the press box here at Edward Jones Field.
Well, an absolutely beautiful facility. It's magnificent, as we told you, and a lot of folks taking Good Friday off here on Easter weekend. Come down, watch some Rams baseball. 2 games today. Of course, the Bartlett Panthers, that should be about 2 o'clock. Of course, that start time dependent, obviously, on what time this one gets finished. But the Rams will play Henderson County, Kentucky tomorrow. That will be at Brooks Stadium, and that will be an 11 o'clock start, 10:45, your pregame here on AM 940. As a result, of course, of the travel between our lodging and this facility and everything in between, no Saturday sports show tomorrow. So we'll be back on April the 26th for the Saturday Sports Show, 8:08 until 10 o'clock. Again, no Saturday Sports Show tomorrow due to the circumstances of the McCracken County Baseball Invitational. But glad to be here with you today. Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski alongside. And, taking a look at some of the things going on in the world of local sports, Carbondale High School has their man in terms of a high school football coach now. Albertini, of course, the Mark. Why can I not ever remember the first name? But Mark. He is now the head man at Carbondale after spending about 10 years in the system, which means he would have been with Fred Hines, Dan Custer, and Nick Hill. But he'll finally take things over down there, and the South 7 solidified again in terms of the coaching ranks, and Carbondale yet with the freshest face in the South 7 Conference in terms of coaching. So it's interesting to see they get their man, of course, a longtime assistant, knows the program, knows the kids, and we'll see how that transpires for them. But when you think of Carbondale football, you think of a team that starts off hot with that schedule, teams that they should beat early on, then for whatever reason, things just seem to fizzle out when it comes to conference play. And if they don't get that win or two in conference, it's almost as if a chance at the playoffs seems all but moot.
Well, the first thing is that Albertini's been there 10 years, and he's a football guy. He played prep-wise at Murfreesboro, was on some very successful teams coached by Jim Woodward back in the mid-'90s. In fact, lost to Carterville his senior year, and Carterville won it all in '96. But then he goes on to McKendree and plays football, and then returns back to Carbondale, comes to Carbondale, and has been an assistant coach there to 4 different guys in that time frame. So he is a guy that's familiar with the program, familiar with things around it, and really he'll be obviously the third guy in 3 years that Carbondale's had at the helm. Now, is Carbondale a good job? Probably. Is their schedule going to prepare them for that? They always have been known traditionally, even when Hines was there, to Custer to Nick Hill, they get off to these blazing starts, 3-1, 4-0, and then when conference play really kicks in with some of the big dogs of the conference, that's when they struggle and they have to get that 5th win somewhere down the road. They've done that several times, gone 5-4 after a 3-0, 4-1 start. So, for Mark Albertini, a guy who knows the kids, knows the program, it's a familiar hire, but again, brings up the point that anymore in the state of Illinois, schools are not going to be very creative, cannot be creative in bringing in people who they want to coach because funding in school and positions and everything aren't available. And you're going to see, again, Massac hired their football coach, an assistant within. Carbondale hired their football coach, an assistant within. You are going to see more and more in that over the next few years just because of funding and lack of positions available. But Mark Albertini's probably, without going out and creating position and hiring somebody in new, probably as good as Carbondale's going to get right now, at least in this late juncture as we're cruising toward the end of April.
Well, and that's the thing, is that at some point you needed to make a hire just so things can be stable going into the summer. For the Terriers, they have their man in Mark Albertini, and that'll be interesting to see how that shakes out for them. Of course, as you mentioned, third coach in 3 years, Massac County nearby to here. A kind of same situation where the coach from last year, who replaced Kelly Glass, who actually came down here, if I'm not mistaken, to be an assistant on the football team. So interesting to see how things are shaking out around the region in terms of football openings. There's still some openings, of course, around Southern Illinois in terms of football jobs. There's still some basketball jobs open. We'll see how all these shake out. We'll, of course, keep track of them over the spring and summer on the Saturday Sports Show, back on Saturday, April 26th, at a familiar time after the 8 o'clock news right here on AM 940 and WMIXsports.com. This is your Landers Collision Center's pregame show, and, of course, big or small, Landers 6 to them all. Call 1-888-LANDERS. That number is 1-888-LANDERS. We're going to take another break, come back. As you said, talk a little bit more about the U-High Owls out of Memphis, the Rams' opponent here today. That game coming up as soon as we can get some umpires. This is Rams Baseball from WMIX Sports.
Here's Jeff Schmidt for Schmidt Chevrolet of Mount Vernon.
Schmidt Chevrolet of Mount Vernon offers a state-of-the-art collision center. When your vehicle needs repair, come see us. Our collision center offers expert repair using top-quality products at competitive prices on any brand of vehicle. We work directly with most major insurance companies to make your visit as easy as possible. You'll get fast turnaround guaranteed. Customer satisfaction is our number one goal.
Schmidt Chevrolet of Mount Vernon, 3423 Broadway in Mount Vernon.
Complete. That's the Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois with a full sports medicine clinic, state-of-the-art MRI, a spine care team that focuses on pain management, arthroscopy specialists offering total joint replacement, hand surgery, and complete rehabilitation services. Doctors Chow, Houle, Ahn, Kowalski, Freehill, and Smith stand ready to serve you today with offices in Mount Vernon and Centralia and satellite offices in Benton and Nashville. Find out more online at orthocenter-si.com. Find us on Facebook. This is Rams Baseball from WMIX Sports.
And we'll welcome you back. Landers Collision Center's pregame show. Big or small, Landers fixes them all. Call 1-888-LANDERS. That number is 1-888-LANDERS. Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski alongside Avery Barton back in our Mount Vernon studio. The Mount Vernon Rams looking at the Memphis U High Owls here today. You take a look at their schedule for this 2014 varsity season. They do play Bartlett, of course. Bartlett, an area team. To the Owls, they go down to the Gulf Shores tournament. Actually had some successes down there at Gulf Shores where they played Petal, Rankin, Hillcrest, Clinton, not sure which state, maybe at Clinton, Alabama, Northwest Rankin, and then Clinton again in the championship of that tournament. They finished in second place at the Gulf Shores Sportsplex down in southern Alabama. That was in early March. And then, of course, you have some games at home and on the road. But they play. The thing is, you get down here, a lot more of your teams will go play in weekend tournaments. And that's still something that is not very common in our part, of course, in southern Illinois. You do see some tournaments that pop up. Benton has the RBI tournament. Centralia will have a tournament coming up in terms of baseball, but still not a lot of baseball tournaments around. And so this is kind of a new thing now for teams like U-High and even teams like the host McCracken County Mustangs, and even we get like into the Memphis area, Dyersburg, of course, a famed baseball school that hosts a lot of tournaments. This is a pretty common thing. They go out on a weekend, play in a tournament, stay overnight, and may even stay for a couple of days.
Well, you got to have money. That's the bottom line. Memphis U-High is a private school. Therefore, they got a few more dollars that a lot of the public school brethren do not. And in this part and farther south, baseball's a little bit bigger. I mean, the weather works, better programs and whatnot. I think in Illinois, the fad of having a 14 tournament on a Saturday, has died out in recent years. Obviously you mentioned some of the tournaments that's still going on, but I think a lot of teams are more likely to bring in a team play doubleheader or play whatever, and then you have to include, there's ACT testing days, you have proms to work around, you have graduations to work around. So a lot of teams in Illinois go away from the tournament-wise, and they do a lot more double-headers rather than doing these types of games where you have tournaments. And again, when you talk about tournaments, you talk about expenses, about hosting and umpires and help and whatnot. That also makes a difference as well.
Well, when you take a look at, take into consideration your host, McCracken County, and their first year of having this particular school here, this campus, you take a look at their schedule and some of the things that they're able to do. They also have gone to quite a few tournaments, but notable for them is a spring break trek to Fort Walton, Florida, where they played in the Beach Bash back at the end of March and into early April. And so they take some of these trips, and it's just interesting to see the fundamental differences of scheduling and what you're able to do where versus where. And, of course, take a look at differences even in Kentucky versus Illinois. Of course, Kentucky gone mostly to county school consolidation. And the difference that has made for some of these complexes, because most schools in Kentucky, we talk about having one class. And you have three schools combining into one. So you don't have the funding issues that schools have. I mean, for Mount Vernon to do this trip, to come here, they had to have the golf scramble last fall and accept donations and money and monetary and things of that nature to raise funds to come down here to Paducah, play 2 games, spend the night on food for everybody on the trip, and then head back. I mean, that's all part of that deal, too. So, it's just a difference of what's going on. The state of Illinois, with their money problems and school problems and state funding being squeezed, you're not going to see a lot of Illinois schools that don't have some money or private or whatever be able to take off and take trips like Mount Vernon gets to today. You will not see it very often. Mostly teams in Southern Illinois. No doubt about it. Of course, the Rams have a very good baseball booster club, and case in point, the Rams are looking to play at Busch Stadium against Clinton. That's Clinton, Illinois, on Sunday, May the 4th at 4 p.m. That is a Sunday afternoon, as I just said. To take part in the opportunity, though, the Rams need to sell 900 Cardinals tickets. Not to that game, the Cardinals on the road versus the Cubs at Wrigley Field that day. So the game that Rams have tickets to, let's see, that is a Friday night, if I'm not mistaken, June the 19th versus the Phillies. That's at 7:15, and the tickets are, of course, valued at $57. You pay $22. They're right field box seats, so just $22 to help out. The Rams ticket sales are going very well, but they can still sell a few more to get to 900. Tickets are on sale now at the Mount Vernon Township High School Athletic Office. So help the Rams play at Busch Stadium, the home of the St. Louis Cardinals, on Sunday, May the 4th, by buying tickets to the June 19th game. Just $22, valued at $57. Of course, no math major, but that's a savings of $35 per seat. So maybe take the family for a discounted price on Mount Vernon night on June 19th and hope the Rams play at Busch Stadium, and you can take that one in for free on Sunday, May the 4th. Of course, the compensation for the Cardinals for hosting that game is ticket sales. So there you go. So it'll be a nice experience for Rams baseball. Not the only local team to do that. Nashville plays at Busch Stadium typically on an annual basis. We'll have Roxana coming up here soon.
I think it's tomorrow. Chad Malabi was on last week on the Saturday Sports Show, and I think it is tomorrow they play.
I think an 8 o'clock game.
Uh-huh.
The Cardinals are in D.C.
Yeah.
Not at home against the Nationals. You can find every pitch of Cardinal baseball on WMIX FM 94.1. Just like AM 940 is your home for every pitch of Mount Vernon Rams baseball. The Rams hoping to get started. We're supposed to have gotten started at 11:30. A lack of umpires has pushed it back. We're hoping to get started around noon now, or maybe just a few minutes earlier if the umpires can get here by then. And for the Rams and the Owls, you come all this way. Of course, U-High may have stayed last night. I can't remember if they actually played last night in this tournament because this is a multi-day type event starting last night here at McCracken County High School. But overjoyed to be here with you nonetheless. It's going to be a great experience for us, a great experience for Mount Vernon Rams baseball as they're here today for 2 games, back tomorrow for a game at Brooks Stadium. That's the only game at Brooks Stadium tomorrow, the Mount Vernon Rams and the Henderson County Colonels.
One thing about this delay, it will screw with the pitcher because, you know, your baseball players are so built into a routine that when you get in your mind set, okay, we start at 11:30, I need to be in the pen at this time, I need to be here doing this time, and you get going, and everybody takes infield, and bang, oh yeah, we're not going to start till noon, the umpires aren't here. Now you see Memphis U-High starter, he's over here, he's kind of throwing, you know, off 2 or 3, 4, 5 at a time, wait. Mount Vernon's Tyler Morgan, he's kind of resting, he's not doing much right now. I mean, this is the problem. I mean, you will see maybe some struggles from these two pitchers trying to decide and deal with and go from there as far as getting into routine early because their routine has definitely been disrupted.
Well, disrupted indeed, and it's not easy when a routine gets disrupted to bounce back and do what you necessarily need to do. We're coming up on the noon hour here on WMIX. Of course, your WMIX News at noon will be on 94.1 FM only, as we have Rams baseball for you, both games today here on AM 940 and WMIXsports.com. Stay up to date on the Twitterverse. Give us a follow at WMIX Sports. You can find us on Facebook as well, facebook.com/WMIXsports. We'll have a full scoreboard later tonight at WMIXsports.com, as we did last night as well. Check it out in case you're missing any sports. We have our archives dating back to the launch of the website on November the 19th, I believe it was, of 2012. So there you go. It's all right there for you at WMIXsports.com. This is your Landers Collision Center's pregame show. We're going to take another break. When we come back, we'll talk more about this matchup, the Mount Vernon Rams and the U-High Owls. This is Rams Baseball from WMIX Sports.
Hi, this is Joe David Cummins, President of Community First Bank. Now is a great time to move your account to Community First Bank. With our new One account offering the highest interest rate in the market, free checking, and CD specials delivered by people you know and trust, why would you not bank with the market leader in Jefferson County? We offer 5 locations with 7 ATMs and have been serving the Jefferson County market since 1906. Stop in and see why our bank is the fastest growing bank in Jefferson County. Community First Bank. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Member FDIC.
This is your local State Farm agent, Tony Wilt. I want to thank Mount Vernon and the surrounding area for continuing to support us over the past 5 years. If you have never sat down with someone to go over your insurance program, let me invite you into our office. Let us show you what working with the industry leader, represented by a local agent, can do for you. I'm located just off 42nd Street. You can reach our office 24 hours a day at 242-1421 or on the web at tonywilt.com. Thanks again, and go Rams.
WMIX Sports is your home for the Mount Vernon Rams, powered by Community First Bank.
WMIX, WMIXsports.com. We welcome you back to your Landers Collision Center's pregame show. Big or small, Landers, sixes them all. Call 1-888-Landers. That number is 1-888-Landers. You touched on a little bit of everything to this point. Of course, talking about our delay and why we're not starting at 11:30. Also talking about Carbondale hiring their new football coach, Mark Albertini, of course, 10-year assistant, takes the reins this year for the 2014 season. We talked about Memphis U-High's schedule. We've talked about an awful lot. We're so glad you've stuck with us. We'll be getting started hopefully here in a few minutes. From Edward Jones Field on the campus of McCracken County High School in the Commonwealth of Kentucky, Chris Hugo with Denny Czerwinski alongside. Avery Barton is back in our Mountain studio. And again, we talked about just how nice of a facility this is. I don't think that can go understated enough. But when we think about everything going on, of course, and Rams baseball, it'll be a busy week again next week. This Rams team doesn't take a lot of time off during the season, getting games in when they can, reaching that 35-game limit year in and year out. Of course, already 17 games into this season, starting on March the 20th, or actually March the 18th. This is a Ram team that's been busy, a lot of work done, and hopefully by now, finally having found that rhythm, we'll meet the Page Insurance, of course, batting orders in just a little bit, hoping to find that rhythm, of course, with this team out there on the diamond today.
No, rhythm's been found. It's just a matter of trying to get into a game here and trying to get stuff going. And you come down here and you get things, you get excited about playing, and then you got to sit back and wait a little bit. And as we go towards the top of the hour and beyond, there's still no sign of any umpires. So that is an issue when you have a game. You got to have umpires. And you start getting to 30 minutes or more, that's when people start getting a little agitated. As somebody scouting here today with his two little bags. Interesting. We wait. And it's going to be an interesting last, here we are. The thing to think about it is you're in almost into April. You're about 4 weeks away from postseason. And that's hard to believe when you get to this, is there's just not a lot of time left in the high school season. So a little bit, a month, 5 weeks, so we'll see.
We'll see indeed. Game number 18 today for the Rams. Of course, Central Orphans coming up on the road Tuesday. Wednesday, the Central Cougars on the road before returning home Thursday for the Althoff Crusaders. And luckily for the Rams this year, I know last year they had to add some games that were kind of around on Saturdays and schedule some doubleheaders that weren't previously on the schedule. This year not having to do that. Still a couple of games over, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, there'll be some drops come May. And you start with the ultimate culprits. You may see a game against a 4A school chopped, non-conference, or 2A chopped at the end, in May, because there'll be some rain, there'll be some weather between now and the end of the year, so, everything kind of works itself out. You always want to overbook in baseball and softball because you want to have that opportunity to flex for the schedule.
Well, of course, you can usually count on some cold days in March that are going to cost you some games, some rainy days in April, and the rainy days all throughout the season, and the Rams really haven't had much of that problem. Lost Triad, but able to reschedule them on an open date on May 21st. So really, nothing lost too badly here for the Rams. I remember one gone. They lost Mascuda due to a conference rain date. That one will not be rescheduled, to my knowledge. So all the Rams looking to get their 35 in again this season, and they'll probably do it and head into the postseason, where thankfully the Rams get to host their regional this year.
It's nice to have it back in Mount Vernon after Mount Vernon's been on the road for everything over so many years. So an outstanding facility for a regional. One way in to charge people to get in, and one way out. You can do that very easily, and a great facility is Brendan Klein Field for baseball, that's for sure.
No doubt. Chris Hugo with Denny Czerwinski alongside WMIX, WMIXsports.com. Lady Rams in action tomorrow at 11 o'clock. They will have the Nashville Hornets on the road. Just one game, JV, to follow tomorrow. Of course, over there in Nashville, as I see one umpire getting ready to make an appearance. Looks like the man calling the ball strikes getting ready to come in. But you can listen to that game, the Lady Rams, tomorrow on our sister station, The V. That's 104.7 FM. Online at V1047.com for the Mount Vernon Lady Rams and the Nashville Hornets, renewing that annual rivalry, though it's just a single game this year and not a doubleheader.
We only have one guy.
Well, we can just get one more.
We get one, he can start. Put him behind the plate. Let's go.
Seen Stranger Things.
Well, I've seen that before, seen guys, one umpire go out behind the mound and do it and call balls and strikes from there as well as the bases. It can be done.
They will do what they have to do to get this going. Of course, as we approach the noon hour, we will pause for station identification. This is Rams Radio.
On your desktop or mobile device at WMIXsports.com. Your radio home for the Mount Vernon Rams is WMIX Mount Vernon, a free service from Withers Broadcasting.
A free service from Withers Broadcasting, indeed. So glad to be here with you. Of course, we had some help from our Withers Broadcasting sister stations in Paducah and Metropolis to get here today, and we appreciate them. We appreciate you for being tuned in. The Mount Vernon Rams and the Owls of Memphis U-High set to take the field here in just a moment. Both teams will begin warming up again, trying to get a little bit loose before taking the field here today. The Rams will be the home team. They win the coin flip over the Owls, and so the Rams will bat second. That'll be in the bottom half of the first. We'll get to know the Page Agency here the Page Agency batting orders in just a moment. Call for a health quote at 242-7000 or log on to pageinsurance.net. Of course, for the U-High Owls, we'll know them momentarily, but we'll see Blake Bennett take the mound for the Owls. He is 3-1. Tyler Morgan is 2-2. As we talked about a little bit earlier here on your Landers Collision Center's pregame show, I'm curious to see the effects that this delay will have on the two starting pitchers today.
Well, Tyler Morgan has just made his way to the mound as far as the bullpen. I mean, he threw earlier, but now he's back. He's playing some light catch, not throwing from the rubber. Memphis U-High pitcher has been throwing quite a lot during the delay of what is now 30 minutes if we have one umpire. The other umpire must be a ghost umpire. We cannot see him. But, you know, it's just, the only people it's really going to bother is the pitchers, starting pitchers, because everybody else kind of jump back in and go. It's kind of like rain delay, but starting pitcher is going to be bothered the most.
They are, and we'll see how that impacts both of these teams. The Mount Vernon Rams and the U-High Owls coming up momentarily. 12-7 are the Owls, 9-7-1 are the Rams. For a team that got started in early March, the Owls and Rams have roughly the same amount of games played this season. Of course, the Rams, this is their only tournament on the schedule, I should say invitational, here at McCracken County High School near Paducah. Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski, Avery Barton back in our Mount Vernon studios today, keeping us company. He's doing a great job as always. If you're tuned in, looking for your WMIX News at noon, you'll have to flip over to the FM side on 94.1, where Chad Baker has your national and international headlines today for your noon hour, so they'll take a look at that. Take a look at a lot. Of course, this new district, of course, a new school in its first academic year. What a great job they've done here, and they're looking to get this game started. We were told about noon. We do have a home plate umpire, so just hoping to get started in a matter of minutes. And what a great day for high school baseball. Beautiful weekend scheduled for you here. In terms of the weather, a 10% chance of precip. I saw nothing major, 0% chance tomorrow. So these teams should be very fortunate and very happy to get all these games in here this weekend in the Commonwealth.
Well, we still wait. Get somebody out of the stands and put them on the bases. Let's play this thing. I think you waited long enough. There's enough people around here to go out and stand at first and do something. I mean, I don't understand delay. I guess some of the other guys here now, we've been told. So Tyler Morgan is warming up in the pen, and he's pretty feverishly now as he starts to get ready to go.
Both teams have taken their infield in preparation, of course, for an 11:30 start. We just passed the top of the noon hour. As now, we'll get underway hopefully in just a matter of minutes. From McCracken County High School to McCracken County Baseball Invitational, I'm Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski. Avery Barton again back in our Mount Vernon studio. So overjoyed to be here with you on WMIX, our extended Landers Collision Center's pregame show. We'll have your Schmidt-Chevrolet postgame show coming up after Game 1. Of course, we'll run down all the scoring and stats. We'll also have your Mount Vernon Ram player of the game, regardless of the outcome. The Rams got a big one yesterday on the road at Cahokia in conference play. Won that 19-2. The Lady Rams won 19-0, and the JV Rams won 29-0 in 4 innings, of course, yesterday at Cahokia. So WMIXsports.com is where you can find your full scoreboard, and we have that up there from last night and nights prior. A lot of local actions have been taking place the past few days. Now the Mom Nature's decided maybe to shift back towards springtime up in our neck of the woods. Like we have two.
I think we're about ready to roll. We can just get out there and let's go. Do the pleasantries after the game.
Oh, both teams trying to get a little bit looser.
I feel like I'm sitting in a wind tunnel.
That'll happen.
No, it's not going to work because it's just, yeah. There's one thing. There we go. I thought it was more than one window open, but as it started, it was.
There was at one time, I think.
Yeah. If we don't have to hear wind in the background, may as well not use it. Now we're going to take a little bit longer delay, I'm sure, to let Tyler Morgan get loose. Let the players get going. Umpires are here, so let's get this thing rocking. Let's go. Tournament time. You got to keep things on the schedule. Let's go.
We'll talk with Tim Holloway now. Both umpires exchange pleasantries as they'll get to know the infield umpire. Probably not in this case when the game's starting late as relevant as getting to know the home plate umpire, but they will exchange salutations, and we'll get started here, hopefully, in just a moment. Rams Baseball is presented by Community First Bank of the Heartland. Welcome back to Personal Banking. 5 Harrison County branches, by far your market leader. Home of the one account. It's free checking and high-yield interest. So we get started in just a moment. Now, the umpires will meet with the assistant coach, Quinn McClure, as well. Probably have a nationally, well, at least I heard rumors of such. You're from McCracken County High School. Good day to be the pregame show sponsor, though.
Yeah, they're getting a lot of Tyler Morgan's done throwing in the pen. So don't know. Rams have gathered by their dugout. Memphis U High still out warming up. They got to be ready. They're 16 to 18-year-old kids. Let's get this show rolling.
We get started in a matter of moments. This pregame show now at about the 50-minute mark, not 15, 5-0. Ready to get going here for Mount Vernon Rams baseball. Game 1 of 2 today. The Rams get to play back-and-back here at Edward Jones Field. It's McCracken County High School. First game against the U-High Owls. Second game will be against the Bartlett Panthers, also out of the Memphis area. Tomorrow the Rams will play at 11 o'clock. 10:45 a.m. will be your pregame. Be the Henderson County Colonels, of course, also out of the great Commonwealth of Kentucky. So, DC alongside, I'm Chris Hugo. We get started here in just a moment. Go ahead and meet the U-High Owls, courtesy of the Page Agency. Call for help, 242-7000.
Colton Neal will lead off in center field. Connor Wright at shortstop. Seth Young, third base. Mike Fitzsimmons, first base. A.J. Hunt, second base. Blake Bennett, pitcher. Wyatt Young, right field. Connor Stewart, left field. And Preston White, designated hitter for the Owls of Memphis U-High.
And, of course, defensively for the Rams to start things off in the top half of the first inning. Zach Brookman's in left. Blake Jones is in center field. Zach Gines is in right. After some time in left recently. Of course, it'll be Derek Hayes at third. Ryan Campbell, your shortstop. Reed Millwood is your second baseman with Jake Pike over at first. Thomas Weber doing the catching for Tyler Morgan, who's 2-2 with a 2.43 earned run average, 36 strikeouts compared to 9 bases on balls. You take a look around, and not sure what kind of stroke the Owls will have, but when you take a look around the dimensions, of course, this is a very familiar type of setup as to Brendan Klein Memorial Field. The only difference you'll find is a lot more real estate, so a lot more foul territory here at Edward Jones Field.
Yeah, one of the, I think what makes the dimensions look even bigger is the fact that it's open in the background. There's no covering on the fence. There's a black screen in center field for a hitting background that's not covered. As some McCracken County High School students have made their way out to a platform in left center field to enjoy their lunch and watch baseball.
They are in session today. Of course, a lot more snow days down in these neck of the woods than what we had back at home. Left-handed batter to start. First pitch will come from Morgan, and that is going to be fouled down the third base side as your first pitch comes at the 12:09, make it 12:10. Here at McCracken County High School. 0-1 the count here to Colton Neal, the center fielder. Connor Wright to follow. Seth Young here in the top of the first. Out of the windup will come the senior hurler. Misses a blow. It'll be 1-1 to Neal. So after a bit of a delay, see how the two pitchers react here. Especially Tyler Morgan of the Rams. Here comes the senior's offering, and that is going to miss up. Plate jumping a little bit here. It's 2-1. Interesting. Much better perspective for us, at least, today. Very thankful for the hospitality. Is this going to be a fly ball to center field? Could be trouble for Jones. Both the speedy sophomore can't make the grab. Just bounces off of his mitt toward the warning track. Around second, headed for third is Neal, and he will dive at first with a leadoff triple.
Ooh. Okay. Clear sky, high sky. A lot of dimension out there to get to, and you could tell that Jones was looking for the fence. The fence wasn't even near him. That ball was poked.
Right.
And that ball will be a three-base something. Still waiting on what they decide to call that.
Put an H on the board that's why I went with that. The one on and nobody out. A runner on third as this one's going to be poked foul with the first base dugout by Connor Wright. The count becomes 0-1.
You're a lot nicer than I am.
I saw the H on the scoreboard as I saw it, and that's how I came to that. I was going to go E8, but saw that up there. Here comes. Pitch on the way. It's going to be 0-1. It'll be 1-1 on the pitch, and this is low to Connor Wright. So 1 ball, 1 strike. Nobody out. A runner on third as the Owls look to threaten early against the Rams. Out of the stretch will come the right-handed Tyler Morgan. 2-2 on the year. And this will get a run home as it bounces in front of Jones. He'll trap it and get it in for an RBI single for Connor Wright.
Pretty solid single, and the Owls are puffing their feathers out here early. Just a nice line drive back right up the middle. Connor Wright gets the RBI single, and already Memphis U High not fooled in 2 batters against Tyler Morgan here early on.
1-0 ball game, top of the first. 1 on and nobody out for Seth Young, the left-handed third baseman. Mike Fitzsimmons in the on-deck circle, as they'll check on the runner at first. Nothing to do it over there.
Mr. Young reminds me of a younger, slimmer, trimmer version of Boot Powell back before he added some weight on. The way the socks are, the way the pants are, the curly hair out underneath the helmet. Another guy, if he would close his stance a little bit, would be Rusty Staub for Baseball Fanatics, 2 names from the past.
1 run across the plate on the RBI single by Connor Wright. He stands aboard first with nobody out at the top of the first inning. Now trying to get the runner napping. Nothing doing over there. Good head first dive back to the back for Connor Wright.
Connor Wright does not want to stay at first very long. I'm telling you right now, he has the itch to go.
Speaking of itch, Rams will play at Itchy Jones Stadium at SIU Carbondale on May the 5th. That's the day after playing at Busch. On a pitch just catches the outside corner to the left-handed Young. It'll be 0-1. 1 run, 2 hits thus far for the Owls. Rams will come up to bat in the bottom half of the first. We'll get to know their lineup courtesy of the Page Agency in Mount Vernon. 1 on, nobody down. Runner going, hit and run. This will be into right field for a base hit. Around second, headed for third is Wright. Young will stop at first base, and runners at the corners here for the Owls at the top of the first.
Morgan's not fooled anybody. All 3 guys have reached so far from Memphis. Another interesting point to point out is the third base coach, probably the head coach of Memphis, he is wearing a sling on his right arm. He's unable to do any signals. So all his signals, I wonder if they're on a tap system or a touch system or something down there. He's not able to use both hands.
Interested to see him wave runners around. Out of the stretch will come Morgan to Mike Fitzsimmons. That's it. It'll be a quick 0-1 count. So here comes the next pitch on the way, and this will be tapped fouled on the third base line. 0-2 the count.
Thing about Memphis, they got off the man, and they started swinging. Both teams had an opportunity to go across the street in an indoor facility here and get some swings in the batting cages.
No balls, 2 strikes to Fitzsimmons with runners at the corners and nobody out. Waste pitch low, a little bit dig around in the dirt. 1 ball, 2 strikes now with A.J. Hunt in the on-deck circle. Rams will get another Tennessee team coming up. It was originally scheduled at 2 o'clock. It'll be the Bartlett Panthers. We have that for you here on WMIX as well. The 1-2 will be a ground ball. We'll try for 2. Millwood for 1. He'll turn to first, and that.
And did the first base umpire not kind of give an awkward signal there?
Yeah, it looked like he went safe at first.
Yeah, okay. Double play works anyway.
Okay, my apologies.
I was like you looking at that way the signal was given, but another run scores. It's 2-0. No RBI, just a run scored.
All right, so there are 2 outs in the inning. Bases are empty. The curveball is up to A.J. Hunt, the right-handed second baseman. It's a 1-0 count, 2 gone, 2-0 ball game. So 2 runs across the plate at the top of the first. Here's the Rams counter with in the bottom half of the inning. They'll face Blake Bennett, the hurler for the Owls. As we await the 1-0, here it comes from Morgan. That's going to be outside in the left-handed batter's box. 2 balls, no strikes. Speaking of the pitcher, Bennett, he stands in the on-deck circle here for the Owls.
Newer field, the infield. McGrath has not taken full, being that's in his first year.
Hard hit ground ball, and that'll sneak its way through the left side of the infield for another base hit.
Man, they are not missing at the plate.
2 runs on 4 hits now, and a runner aboard with 2 outs for Blake Bennett. Wyatt Young in the on-deck circle for the Owls. We'll meet the Rams in the bottom half of the first inning. We told you who they are defensively. We'll meet their batting order, courtesy of the Page Agency. Don't forget about Community First Bank of the Heartland, the official voice of Rams Athletics, on a pitch that's going to miss outside and low. It'll be a 1-0 count to the pitcher, Bennett. Tony Wells scoreboard updates are going to be few and far between today. No, there's some games going on back at home. It's going to be actually lifted. Right field side, it'll shift out of play. It'll be a 1-1 count. No, the Centralia Annies right now have a doubleheader going with Collinsville.
They beat them 5-2.
And
Waterloo beat Collinsville 7-3, and Waterloo softball beat Redbud 6-2.
Well, there you go. Go to see Tony Wilt, your State Farm agent in Mount Vernon. Find him online at TonyWilt.com. His office is corner 42nd and South Water Tower. As Bennett goes, tough transition from glove to throwing hand there, but don't forget about the white State Farm team. Try to find it around town and get to a better state with State Farm. So now to the stolen base. It'll be another runner in scoring position as Bennett, the pitcher, has a 1-2 count.
Memphis team's pretty good.
Not bad. Metallic blue helmets. Curveball is going to be tapped down the third baseline and foul. We do it again. 14 pitch at bat yesterday. Next Giants had that before ultimately walking and coming in to score against the Comanches on off quite a few foul balls. We'll see what happens here. The count is 1-2, 2 gone. Runner on second base in a 2-0 ball game. U-High on top in the top of this first inning. Another pitch that'll bounce around. So counts even to Bennett. 2 balls, 2 strikes. You can follow us on Twitter at WMIX Sports. We're on Facebook as well. See if Morgan can get that out pitch here on a 2-2 count with 2 outs, top of the first. 2 runs crossing the plate already for the Owls. Looking to sit atop of perch. This will be waved at and missed. So there go the Owls at the top of the first, but not before they do some damage. It's 2-0 U-High. This is Rams Baseball from WMIX Sports.
Chrysler continues to raise the bar with huge incentives. Hi, Roy Schmidt Chrysler dealer at King City Chrysler Center, Mount Vernon. Chrysler is offering a $3,000 rebate on all new 2014 Dodge Avengers, plus an additional $500 when you finance through Chrysler Capital. That's $3,500 in incentives on the all-new 2014 Dodge Avenger. Bring in your trade, even if you owe $9,000 more than it's worth. Our finance department will get to work for you and find the best rate and payment possible. Come talk to one of our sales associates and see how you can drive away in one of our over 25 in-stock 2014 Dodge Avengers. We are at King City Chrysler Center, 1603 Broadway in Mount Vernon, Illinois, or browse our inventory at kingcitychryslercenter.com.
You can count on us. Yes, you can.
Broadcasting live from the WMIX Sports Mobile Studios, driven by King City Chrysler. This is Mount Vernon Rams Baseball.
And welcome you back, WMIX, WMIXSports.com. We head to the bottom of the first. The Rams trailing the Owls of Memphis U-High by a score of 2-0. We need to meet the Ram batting order, courtesy of the Page Agency. Call for a help quote at 242-7000.
Ryan Campbell, Blake Jones, Thomas Weber, followed by Jake Pike, Jackson Horton, the DH, and Zach Gines, and Derek Hayes, Zach Brickman, and Reed Millwood for Tim Holloway's Mount Vernon Rams.
There you go. Defensively for the Owls, Connor Stewart, Colton Neal, Wyatt Young from left to right in the outfield, Seth Young, Connor Wright, A.J. Hunt, Mike Fitzsimmons from third to first, Bud Harris doing the catching for 3-1, Blake Bennett. Which he struck out the end of the top of the first in that threat. The 2 runs on 4 hits for the Owls. We shall see what happens offensively. The junior shortstop, Ryan Campbell, will start things off. Had a pretty good day at the plate yesterday against the Comanches. Pretty good day at the plate almost every day. Here for Tim Holloway and the Rams. 2-0 score out of the right-hander will come low. It'll be 1-0 to Campbell.
Mount Vernon now becomes probably one of the only teams to play a team named the Comanches and the Owls in the same week.
1-0 coming. Well, again, 2 balls, no strikes here to Campbell. Jones on deck. Weber to follow in the bottom half of this first inning. Rams trailing 2-0. Here comes. Dirty again. 3 balls, no strikes.
Now, same thing goes for Bennett. Memphis U-High's pitcher. He has a delay to deal with as well.
Then outside. So it'll be a 4-pitch walk to Ryan Campbell. The Rams get their first base runner. It'll be up to Blake Jones to keep things going with no outs here in the bottom of the first. 2-0 is the Ram deficit. Game presented by Community First Bank of the Heartland, home of the one account. Free checking, high-yield interest. Find it at any of the 5 Jefferson County branches of Community First Bank of the Heartland. Welcome back to Personal Banking. 2 runs, 4 hits for the Owls. Rams seeking their first base hit, but have a runner aboard on a pitch that's going to miss high to Blake. It'll be 1-0. Looks like it was going to be a long day with the way that top half of the first started. Rams rebounded for a 6-4-3 double play, gave up another base hit and a strikeout to get out of the inning. Strike on the outside corner of the right-handed Jones, leaving the count here 1 ball, 1 strike. With Weber on deck, Pike to follow should the inning get that far in this bottom half of the first. 2-0 score. A triple followed by an RBI single. Another run scored, of course, on the 6-4-3 double play. So 2-0 the difference thus far. Still early in the game. We got started about 12:10 if you're just joining us. Bit of a delay prior to the start of this one. Scheduled for an 11:30 start, but we're here now. We're on the air, and been on the air the entire time. It's just going to be popped up just past the mound. The second baseman looks like he wants it, and that's going to be A.J. Hunt for the grab, and that'll be your first out.
Well, swing and a pitch a little up out of the zone. Happens every time. 25. Pops straight up in the air on the infield.
Yeah, I'll bring in the senior catcher, Weber, with a runner on and 1 gone here in the bottom of this first inning. The Rams looking to chip away at the 2-0 deficit. Of course, center fielder playing somewhat shallow. Colton Neal. This is going to be popped up to the right side in the foul territory. Fitzsimmons will give chase near the dugout, and he'll make the grab. Just like that, 2 outs in the inning. Rams trying not to waste the leadoff walk to Ryan Campbell. It'll be up to Jake Pike. Pike's been hitting the ball very, very well lately.
First base, number 33, Jake Pike.
He had 5 runs batted in, 4 runs scored yesterday on a 3-for-5 afternoon.
When the ball looks like a watermelon coming up there.
Now with a runner on and 2 outs, in stands the lefty first baseman. Going to come inside like it might have caught the plate, but just misses for 1-0. Jackson Horton, the DH, is on deck, of course. Batting for the pitcher, Morgan. 1 ball, no strikes, 2 outs. A 2-0 ball game. The Owls on top here early. As the Rams looking to at least get 1 run here in the inning if they can. Right now, Campbell on first base, back with a head first dive as Bennett will check, and not much doing over there. Bartlett has similar colors, although their colors probably a little more similar to that of Nashville. Back home, not Nashville, Tennessee, where they're from. Check on the runner at first, nothing doing. Yeah, I am. Maybe get a pitch in there before throwing over to first so many times, but that's just my occasion. 1-0 the count here to Pike. Senior first baseman back in the box. He'll take a pitch that misses low. It's over the plate, but low. 2 balls, no strikes to Pike with Horton in the on-deck circle. Here's the Rams trying to make something happen with a runner on first and 2 outs in the inning. Duo pitch coming. That's going to be off of the buttocks of Pike. He'll take his place on first. It'll be first and second now for Horton.
Opportunity knocks, 2 outs. Rams need to take advantage because it will not be easy today against the Owls.
Number 32, Jackson Horton.
So the Ram designated hitter will stand in. Another lefty bat in the lineup. Back-to-back go the Rams. And let's see what happens here. 2 aboard, 2 gone. Bottom of the first as we see some more. Possible students coming out here maybe to take this one in. Good Friday, wherever you may be. We're glad to have you here. Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski alongside. It's out of the stretch now for Bennett. The right-hander will fire, and looks like that about number high, but maybe a little too high for 1-0 now to Horton.
Our angle's a little different today. We used to be at ground level. We are what would be backstop high. It's a little different adjustment to call it today.
1-0 the count. Another pitch high. It'll be 2 balls and no strikes here to Horton. Good eye thus far. Giants in the on-deck circle as the Rams hoping to do something here. A runner in scoring position with a runner on first. 2-0 the count with 2 outs. Choking up on the bat will be Horton. Back in the left-handed batter's box. The right-handed pitcher will fire, and Bennett's going to miss low this time for 3-0.
Take one here and see if he can throw a strike. Struggling here a little bit lately.
Slow.
Wow.
So if that was a strike, First pitch to the strike.
Exactly. Okay.
2 balls, 1 strike with 2 gone here, 2 aboard.
Tim McClellan called and said that's my stick.
This is going to be fouled off. High off of the net. It'll be 2-2.
That's surrendered also as well.
I'd like to remind you that all can't come in.
2-2 the count, 2 gone, 2 aboard here for the Rams. Trailing by 2 in the bottom half of the first. Wild number thus far is 3-2 stands, and that's Jackson Horton, the Ram DH. 2 aboard here. Let's see what they can do. Blake Bennett, of course, will be back out of the stretch, the right-handed hurler. He is 3-1 on the season for the Owls. Looking for win number 4. Morgan, the Ram pitcher, looking for win number 3, as that is going to be fouled off with the backstop left. Where
that hit something.
Our friend's fine.
Yeah, that hit something. Oh, Range Rover. That's not good.
Oh, surely it's not. 2-2 the count, 2 gone, 2 aboard here for the Rams in the bottom half of the first. Bennett, the right-handed pitcher, comes out of the stretch. He'll come home with it. This is going to be fouled off into the third base bullpen. And we'll do it again at 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 2 aboard for the Rams. It is Jackson Horton at the plate. Runners at first and second, and Bennett's going to step off of the rubber, think about things for a moment. Now we'll get back on and look to his catcher, Bud Harris, for a sign. 2 balls, 2 strikes the count. 2 gone in the inning. Looks back at the runner on second, will come home with it, is going to miss. Knew that was coming, 3-2. So the count full here for Jackson Horton batting for the pitcher, Tyler Morgan. Zach Shines in the on-deck circle. Rams had the tying run on first here in the bottom half of the opening frame for McCracken County's first baseball invitational. Privileged to be a part of that are the mound for the Rams, and we are privileged to do every pitch of Rams baseball. Runners going with 2 outs, staying alive is Horton as he bounces straight back.
Good at bat. Battling around here, fouling some pitches off, trying to get something in play.
So Horton, the left-hander, stands back in. The count full. We do it again. Make or break time. Will this be the payoff pitch? Blake Bennett gets set. Here it comes. That'll walk the bases loaded with 2 outs. They're good at bat for Horton, and that'll bring in Giants, who's been carrying a pretty good stick lately. And now has a tying run on second base. The base hit could score both.
Would be nice. Get a little bottom of the order bingo going on.
Right-handed batter, the senior, Zach Giants, of course, right fielder today. Spent some time in left the past few days, and he'll take a first pitch strike across the plate for 0-1. A quick 0-1 count to the senior. Now with the bases loaded, 2 outs in the bottom of the first. Tying run at second, go-ahead run at first in this 2-0 ball game. Rams trailing the Owls of Memphis University School. This one will be foul. Plenty of real estate in foul ground. The catcher Harris gives chase, can't come up with it. And it's 0-2 to Zach.
Like old-time baseball parks, one of them being where the A's play at. A lot of foul territory. A lot of room here. Hitters don't like this place.
0-2 to Giants. Bases loaded. Bottom half of the first. Rams looking to tie or with an even better base hit, maybe take the lead. But just hoping for one at this point with the bases cramped for Zach Giants and an 0-2 count, 2 gone. Bennett, the pitcher, stays with the stretch. Here comes the pitch on the way 0-2, and that, well, called before it got there. So that'll take care of the Rams with a called third strike here in the first as they strand the bases loaded. It's 2-0 Owls after 1. This is Rams Baseball, powered by Community First Bank.
Women's health care just got closer to home, right here in Salem. St. Mary's Good Samaritan Women's Health Care and OBGYNs Dr. Deborah Carson, Dr. Doug Combs, Dr. Jamie Plett, Dr. Elizabeth Byer-Nolan, and Dr. Michael Schifano are seeing patients every Tuesday at the Salem Family Health Center. That means you'll have a full range of OBGYN services close to home, including prenatal and wellness checks, incontinence treatment, and family planning options for when your family's complete. Plus, access to state-of-the-art Da Vinci robotic surgery for quicker recovery and less pain after hysterectomy. Ladies, your health is important. So why not get OBGYN care right here, close to home, by St. Mary's Good Samaritan Women's Health Care? Call 1-877-456-2496 to make your appointment. That's 1-877-456-2496.
Back to Mount Vernon Rams baseball, powered by Community First Bank of the Heartland.
And we welcome you back to the Commonwealth here at McCracken County High School. Wyatt Young, Connor Stewart, Preston White due up for U-High, as this is going to be popped up left side on the first pitch team from Tyler Morgan. Hayes will give chase beyond the foul line and make the grab. So one pitch, one out. You like that if you're the Rams.
That's a good play. I mean, that's not an easy play. You got to turn your back infield, then turn around, then look up into a clear sunny sky into the sun. And Derek Hayes made that one look very routine.
2-0 ball game here in the top of the second. 2 runs, 4 hits, no errors, 1 left on for the Owls. Looking for some more momentum as this one is going to be outside on a pitch to Connor Stewart. Took it up as well. It'll be 1-0. Rams have no runs, no hits, no errors. They've stranded 3. 1-0 the count here to Connor Stewart. Here comes. He'll reach at that, foul it off. It'll be 1-1 now. WMIX Sports Mobile Studios, driven by Ford Square, 1501 Broadway in Mount Vernon. View all of their inventory, including Lincoln Luxury, online at FordSquare.com. Ford Square, where the best never rests. The 1-1 pitch in round here comes from Morgan. This one is going to be blooped, but it won't get past Reed Millwood. He'll make the grab.
The end of the bat had a clank to it down.
Tonight, the designated hitter, number 21, Preston White.
This is a tall drink of water as Preston White coming to the plate. About 6'6".
I got some high. Like the metallic blue helmets.
Oh, time to go to class, kids.
They had just gotten seated, so this will miss. Low and away, ball 1 to Preston White. 2 gone, nobody on here in the second. Tyler Morgan trying to correct some of the things that went wrong in the top half of the first. Now fires a strike across. It'll be 1-1.
He has a good comeback inning here. You know, kind of a quick inning, 1, 2, 3, get back in the dugout. That might get him to settle down. Settle down a little bit.
1-1 count, and this one's going to be off of the hands toward the multi-purpose facility, and this will be 1-2. Frosted strawberry?
Blueberry.
Nice.
That's something.
No kidding. It'll be a while before I get mine. The 1-2, here it is, and this will be a ground ball. Millwood will pick it up off the hop, fires over the first baseman, Jake Pike. 4-3 sets him down in order. 1-2-3. We're through 1.5, still 2-0 Owls. This is Rams Baseball from WMIX Sports.
Hi, this is Joe David Cummins, President of Community First Bank. By now you have heard about our new One Checking product. The new One Account is a high-interest earning, free checking account designed for everyone. Unlike other banks that pay interest on higher balance, this account pays interest on all balances. From high schoolers to Warren Buffett, One will work for you. You can talk to one of us at 244-3000 and learn about the details. One, exclusively at Community First Bank. You will be one happy customer. Member FDIC.
You need a great quality new-to-you vehicle. There's a reason why Second Chance Auto has been helping put families into affordable, dependable vehicles for over 34 years. Honest, fair deals. Ain't nothing fancy, just great vehicles with warranties and bank rate financing for all. That's the only way Second Chance Auto will do business. They're receiving new vehicles every day. So be sure to stop by and find out how you can save thousands on the total cost of your vehicle. Helping people get a great, dependable vehicle for over 34 years. Second Chance Auto, Route 142 East in Mount Vernon. Call 244-4582.
Follow us on Twitter at WMIX Sports. This is Mount Vernon Rams Baseball.
Welcome back to the Commonwealth of Kentucky, McCracken County High School, the first baseball invitational. The Mount Vernon Rams trail the Owls of Memphis University School by a score of 2-0. It'll be Derek Hayes, Zach Brookman, Reed Millwood, 7, 8, and 9 in the Ram lineup, bottom of the order, as the first pitch is taken for a ball low. Hayes pitched yesterday, was pitching by committee. Walked 1, struck out 2 in his inning of work, did not allow a hit or a run. This will foul one off down the right field line to even the count at 1. WMIX Sports video streaming returns come high school football season. The Rams will have the Taylorville Tornadoes, but we'll also have your special presentation of video, not WMIX Sports related, or the commencement exercises on May the 24th. It'll all be presented by Woodlake College. Yeah, you can save thousands of dollars on your collegiate education at rlc.edu. The 1-2 count now to Hayes. Fouled one off the front foot. Down that third base side. So Blake Bennett out of the windup. Even with the bases loaded earlier, worked out at the stretch, back to the wind here, and now in the dirt it goes 2-2. Beautiful day, though, DC. Unbelievable. So many cold days to start the year. Frigid. Had to use hot hands and hot feet or whatever those were. And now we have the next pitch coming. Ground ball to the shortstop. Connor Wright will pick it up, fire across the diamond, and 6-3 is your first out. That'll bring in Zach Brookman, the left fielder, with one out, nobody on here in the second, and the Rams trail 2-0. And I think that right now at this point, this juncture, you're happy to be down only 2.
You settle down. And you get it to, get rid of the nerves, bus ride, the delay of 40 minutes. You got to get to a rhythm and see how things go now.
See how it goes for this at bat for Brookman. Hard hit ball to the shortstop, booted into center field, and Brookman will take his spot aboard first base.
Another error. Little 2-hop smash out to the shortstop's left, and Wright could not get it done. There's the E6, so 1-out reach for the Rams.
Batting ninth, the second baseman, number 2, Reed Millwood.
So Reno Burrito, who follows us on Twitter, and so should you, he'll stand in. We're at WMIX Sports on the Twitterverse, always looking for more followers. 1 on, 1 out. As he will foul one back to the backstop, and it'll be 0-1 to Millwood. 1 on, 1 gone here in the bottom half of inning number 2. The Rams trailing by a score of 2-0. Brookman on first, reached on the air. Millwood will at least advance him if he can. On the 0-1 pitch it comes. And it goes to the strike. It'll be 0-2.
Check to see if the Rams put anybody in motion today. Get things going. Don't sit back. Try to be the aggressor. You know you're down a couple of runs.
No balls, 2 strikes to Millwood. Campbell in the on-deck circles. The Rams get back to the top of the order. Runner on first, 1 out. It is Zach Brookman off of the first base back. Marginal lead at best. He'll take a couple more steps towards second base. 0-2 the count here to Millwood. Here comes a pitch in the dirt. That's going to bounce. Going is Brookman, and he will take second base with ease.
Catcher knocked her down, but went straight up in the air. Couldn't find it till it was too late, and good base running by Brookman to get to second base. Now Millwood's got to do something to advance the runner here.
1-2 the count with 1 out here in the second. Rams have a potential run in scoring position now on second base. That's Zach Brookman. Millwood at the plate. 1-2 delivery comes. That's going to be a wild pitch. And to third will go Zach Brookman.
Kind of like the pitcher crossed the catcher up. Catcher is expecting another pitch, not a fastball up.
Of course, baseball and softball season are here, but what about your corporate season? Make the call to the bullpen for Winning Edge's high-quality embroidered apparel to equip your employee team in style. Winning Edge, downtown Mount Vernon. There we go. Talk more about our Rams booster sponsors throughout the weekend. 2-2 comes. Planted foul well past the first base dugout. We do it again. Facilities like these, of course, the nice concession area with restrooms, powerful concept that may be. Lights everywhere. As the 2-2 comes, it'll be waved at and missed with a high pitch, and that'll be your second out.
Went high and away that time. Millwood chased a little bit. Wide eye trying to make a play, and he'll go back to the dugout. Now the Rams have 2 outs here.
Campbell walked his first time. Of course, the Rams still don't have their first base hit, though they've had 4 base runners. Maybe Campbell can bring it home. 2 outs, runner on third. The Rams trail 2-0 to the Owls. Memphis University School. This is the high school. There's also a lower school. As the pitch will come inside. Misses 1-0. So Ryan Campbell, the junior shortstop, digs back in, way back in the right-handed batter's box. Put on the chuck. Wait on it here. The 1-0 comes, and this is going to be popped up to the right side. Giving chase will be Fitzsimmons. Has the real estate, but just runs out of room as that goes in the Rams bullpen, and we do it again. 1 ball, 1 strike now. Rams won the coin toss to be the home team. And Here in the bottom of the second, have a chance to score with a runner on third. The outfielders played rather shallow compared to what we're used to. Seeing a park of similar dimensions all the time. Trying to get out of the inning. Here comes 1-1, swung on a miss.
They have to hit one to make them think they can't get one hit over their head. So wind blowing in directly in towards us as well, so that also adds to the effect.
Ryan Campbell trails in the count, 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 gone, a runner on third base, so 2-0 ball game. And they're trying to get the Owls out of it. Here comes the pitch on the way, and this is going to be a comeback of the pitcher. Bennett will run a couple of steps and fire across. And 1-3 will take care of the Rams. They strand another here in the second, but trail 2-0. This is Rams baseball from WMIX Sports.
Qualifications and rules apply. See institution for details.
Hi, I saw your ad for a checking account that earns interest on my money.
Oh, yes, that's our plutonium account, and it requires $50,000 to open.
What? How am I supposed to grow my money when I can't even afford to open the account?
Introducing Kasasa, free checking, where even the smallest balance earns high yields, plus refunds on ATM fees nationwide. Try Kasasa.com. K-A-S-A-S-A.
Kasasa is carried locally at People's National Bank or online at peoplesnationalbank.com. Member FDIC.
For 16 years, I wrote about the area's great teams. Now I'm part of a great team, the sales team, Schmidt Ford of Salem. Hi, folks, it's Mike McManus, and I'm proud to be part of the Schmidt Ford family. Whether it be a new or pre-owned vehicle, let me or any other of our professional sales consultants help you find your next car or truck. You'll be glad you did. So stop by Schmidt Ford of Salem or visit us online at schmidtfordofsalem.com.
This is Mount Vernon Rams baseball, powered by Community First Bank of the Heartland.
Welcome back to McCracken County High School. Rams baseball, of course, is presented by Community First Bank. If you're tired of big corporate banking, you have a choice in Jefferson County. Community First Bank is at home in Dixon and Woodlawn and Mount Vernon. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Remember, FDIC, top of the order due up. Both Neal, Connor, Wright, Seth Young for the Owls, who lead the Rams 2-0. 2 runs, 4 hits, 1 error. They've stranded a runner. Rams, meanwhile, no runs, no hits. Stranded 4. First pitch of the inning for Tyler Morgan. Good check swing on a pitch that went in the dirt. It's 1-0 to Neal.
Another quick inning would help Mr. Morgan out. Top of the order, though, was where all the damage was done in the first.
1-0 pitch. Ooh, high. The ladder that time. 2-0. Beautiful day on Good Friday is the 2-0 pitch. Dirty again. 3 balls and no strikes to Neal. Right on deck, Young to follow. Top of the order is where the hay was made back in the first for the Owls. Of course, the Bartlett Panthers on deck for the Rams in game number 2 of this showcase as the 3-0 begets 3-1. Three balls and 1 strike. Leadoff batter here in the third, and this. He was trying to rip that one into right field. This will be a full count.
Trying to rip that one off the new school. One of those schools that cell phone signals would not do well in. Metal roofs.
Nope. By design in a lot of cases. Full count. Nice.
All 4. Here they go again. Memphis U High once again. Obviously, quality program, quality players out here with the private school effect in the play.
Connor Wright stands in, had an RBI single his last time to make it 1-0. Now it's 2-0 Owls on top. Runner on first and nobody out here in the third. The pitch from Morgan. The runner's going. Throw is going to be actually off the mark, but a nice stop by Campbell to gun down the runner at second.
Nice pick. The ball was low into the base runner's side of the bag. And what a pick by Campbell to come across, make the pick, and then still be able to apply the tag.
Now 1 out, nobody on for the Owls with Connor Wright ahead in the count here. 1 ball, no strikes. Morgan, if he chooses to go back to the windup, steps off the rubber and going to do just that. Here comes. He winds and fires the 1-0 pitch. Draws the plate to even the count of 1 ball and 1 strike. Second Chance Auto, another of our Rams Booster sponsors. Find them on Route 142 East in Mount Vernon or Call ahead for credit approval over the phone, but don't forget they have the largest selection of pre-owned vehicles priced at $10,000 in one location. 2-1 is the count to right. Now up and away for 3-1. Out of the windup will come the senior pitcher, Morgan. Comes inside, and that one will miss. It'll be a one-out walk issued to right to put another runner aboard for Seth Young.
Man, that was close.
That was
Seth Young.
Close there on that one. That's what the middle part of this order. You're going to get burned more times than not.
Bit of a lead off the first base backer, Connor Wright. Morgan returns to the stretch, looks over his shoulder, comes home with it. And this one is going to be a moonshot in shallow center field. We'll see who's going to call whom off. It'll be Reed Millwood to come up with it. We'll have a double play. Good base running there, though, by Connor Wright.
Yeah, that ball was hit in a silo, straight up.
The first base.
And you had center fielder, right fielder, left fielder, shortstop, and second, all conversion. Campbell's shortstop went back to second. Millwood made the catch. Good aggressive base running at first, though, by Wright.
So 2 outs in the runner on first for Mike Fitzsimmons. He grounded it into a 6-4-3 double play as last time. See what happens here. Will he end the inning? Nope, it's going to be, well, good. Hard hit. That one stayed up. Weird angle to take on it by left fielder Brookman. Allows the runner to get from first to third, and now runners at the corners and 2 outs.
And good aggressive base running again by Connor Wright. I mean, as soon as that ball was hit, he saw, kind of stayed in the air longer the ball did than what I think Brookman thought it would, and he kind of played it off the hop. Well, boy, once you could tell Wright saw that play off the hop, he was going to go to third on that. Good base running by him, all in front of him.
Runners at the corners, and another chance to score for the Owls. This will bring in A.J. Hunt, who singled his last time before the inning ended on the strikeout to the pitcher Bennett, who's in the on-deck circle now. 2-0 score for now, but runners at the corners, 2 outs here in the top of the third. Pitch on the way from Morgan is going to catch for a strike, 0-1.
Park kind of duck pitches. You seen this?
Uh-huh.
He's kind of stay in it there a little longer, in my thought.
Let's get a read at times. 0-1 the count. The catcher Weber gets set. Here comes the pitch on the way. That was a curveball that almost got away, and the wind may take this. No! A diving stop by Millwood, but he can't hang on. And that will allow a run to score. It's 3-0.
Yep. He ran a long way, stretched as long as he could, had it in his glove, but didn't maintain possession on the hit of the ground. It pops out, and it's 3-0 now, Memphis.
First and third again are your runners. 2 outs as the pitcher Bennett will stand in. He struck out his last time up. That was back in the first. Odd-numbered innings, kind thus far offensively to the Owls. This one's going to be fouled back behind us for 0-1.
Got to get out of this inning and just down 3.
You're gone, runners at the corners. Tyler Morgan out of the stretch. Here comes the pitch to the pitcher Bennett. Takes in the dirt. The count will even itself at 1 ball and 1 strike. Tony Wilt, your State Farm agent in Mount Vernon. He's on the corner of 42nd and South Water Tower. Worldwide at TonyWilt.com. Or look for the white State Farm Jeep around town and get to a better state with State Farm. 1-1 pitch inside. It's going to be a ground ball to short. Ooh, here's the wickets of Campbell. A run will score on the air, and it'll be first and third in a 4-0 game.
Yeah, and again, we mentioned a new field. That ball there was tailor-made. 2-3 hopper right out shortstop. Went right through the 5-hole, looked like to us, and ended up as an error, and Mount Vernon's not helped themselves, and they find themselves down 4-0 now. Taylor-made ground ball out in the inning, and now you got to pick yourself back up and go again.
Runners at the corners now for the Owls. As Wyatt Young will stand in with 2 gone and runners at the corners. 4-0 ball game as the Owls will score 2 more times here in the third. The runner, of course, courtesy runner, will take second base.
As I mentioned earlier in the first, very aggressive-looking Memphis team. They are taking advantage of bases and stealing and everything else.
1-0 coming. Oh, up. There'll be 2 balls, no strikes to Wyatt Young. He popped up at foul ground to the third baseman Hayes last time. 2-0 coming. Oh, swung and missed. It'll be 2-1 now to Young. Back look at this afternoon, right after this one, as a matter of fact. The Rams will have the Bartlett Panthers. Tomorrow it's the Henderson County Cardinals. That'll be at Brooks Stadium in Paducah. 2-1. Low, and it's 3 balls in the strike. A nice trip down. Didn't take us long to get here, as Google Maps may have indicated. Getting about Illinois' increase 70 miles per hour on the interstates as far as the speed limit, and things actually go slow quite a bit on a 2-out walk down to the pitcher Young, and it'll load the bases for Connor Stewart.
The Memphis kind of smells blood in the water right now. They know a hit here could really bust things open.
So that'll bring in Stewart. He popped up to the second baseman Millwood his last time. That was just an inning ago. It was a 1-2-3 inning in the second. 2 outs, this one could be trouble. That's going to land in left center field. Jones will call off Brookman. Here comes the throw from Blake, and a couple of runs are going to score, and it's 6-0.
Oh boy. That's some good hitting going on, all that is. They're taking advantage of that error that kept the inning alive, and you give teams extra outs. Good teams like Memphis High are going to take advantage.
Number 21, Preston White.
Tim Holloway is going to have a conversation with his pitcher. This is the mound is presented by the Medicine Shop Pharmacy at 2339 Broadway in Mount Vernon. Dr. Eric Black, staff proudly supports the Mount Vernon Rams and the local community. 2 outs to a board here in the top of the third. 4 half across the plate for the Owls, and they now have a 6-0 lead over the Rams.
One of those, like I said in the pregame, you have 3 games in 2 days. You have to maybe go out there and eat some innings up, no matter what the game is like, good, bad, or indifferent, as far as your favor. And this might be a situation Tyler Morgan may have to dig in here, and even though it's 6-0, he still may have to dig in and give you a few more innings. We'll talk some things over, see if they can find some composure as Preston White will stand in. Ground out to second as last time. Now it's to a board with 2 outs. 4 runs across the plate in the inning to make it a 6-0 ball game. See what Preston White, the DH, can do here, batting, of course, for the catcher, Bud Harris. And if you're Tyler Morgan, you have to get some innings. Yeah, there's some action in the Mount Vernon pen right now. Aaron Morgan up. You've got to go. You've got to give at least 5.
Well, yeah, it'll have to go that long. Has a first pitch strike, it's 0-1.
I mean, you're down 6. You've got to get out of this inning. You got to shake off that error, help pick your teammates up. You got to get some innings. Cannot get in a situation to start rattling through pitchers in game 1.
No balls, 1 strike. Lead runner going. The throw down to third base will not be in time.
Somebody at their first base had a good ticket because they should have been on a string with the guy at second. They didn't go to second.
Oops. Now runners at the corners. 2 outs here. The count is 0-2 to Preston White. Nice spot in the lineup here. A 6-0 game. Owls on top here in the top of the third. Rams will sit up 2, 3, and 4 in the bottom half. Morgan trying to get up there. This will be a breaking pitch fouled off to stay alive. We'll keep it at 0-2.
Steve, Memphis is not going to hang around at the base very long. They are going to be on the move. They're going to force the hand of the other team, and done a pretty good job today so far at doing that.
No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runners at the corners here in the top of the third inning. Owls have scored 4 times, looking for maybe 5 and 6. Here comes the pitch. It's high, and not going to chances on the throw down to second. It'll be second and third now for the Owls.
Rams still, of course, after 2 innings, do not have a hit.
Trying to get the out pitch here on 1 and 2 with 5 Jefferson County branches in response to quality service for all of your accounts. Community First Bank would like to be the first to say, welcome back to personal banking. Member FDIC, a pitch that just missed, and that's 2 and 2 now to White. Looked good, but just missed, apparently. Second and 30 are runners. 2-2 coming. This one's going to be popped up left side. Heading toward foul ground, and that is going to be caught at the foul line by Zach Brookman. Damage done here in the third. It's 6-0 Memphis U-High. This is Rams Baseball from WMIX Sports.
How can we keep the people we love safe and secure in their own home? Let the Medicine Shop's home medical equipment team help you with all your mobility and specialty product needs. They provide mobility products like motorized scooters, wheelchairs, and home stair lifts. The Medicine Shop's expertly trained staff can also provide car and van lift installations, and they offer a full-service repair facility for medical equipment, whether you purchased it from them or somewhere else. Here's pharmacist and pharmacy owner Eric Black.
We service a 60-mile radius area, so a pretty wide area. We service orders from several area hospitals, and we have the staff in place that really sets us apart. We have 3 respiratory therapists and 2 seating specialists to help with seating on wheelchair and power chair needs. And we just feel that we have the staff and the warehousing and the facilities in place to really set us apart from any of our competitors in the area.
The Medicine Shop Pharmacy, 2339 Broadway in Mount Vernon.
Broadcasting live from the WMIX Sports Mobile Studios, driven by Ford Square. This is Mount Vernon Rams baseball.
And here we go, WMIX, WMIXsports.com. We head to the bottom half of the third, 6-0. U-High on top for the Rams. We see 2, 3, and 4 in the lineup with Blake Jones, Thomas Weber, and Jake Pike for Tim Holloway's Rams. And, of course, roughed up a bit by the Owls, but the Owls playing pretty well today. Rams need something to happen offensively, though.
We did games all the time here. I would love to go out there on the party patio in left center, do a game from out there one day. How fun would that be?
That would be our permanent location.
Oh, I'd have to be. Would it not? Sit out in the outfield, nobody knows what we do. Yeah. Maybe we could do that.
They have to. 6 runs, 7 hits, 1 error. 3 left aboard for the Owls. For the Rams, meanwhile, of course, no runs, no hits. They've stranded 4. Also have an error defensively as Jones will foul out the first pitch, falls behind, 0-1.
Of course, I am looking forward to Brooks Stadium tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
Historic venue.
0-1 pitch to BJ, and he is going to line this down the line into left field. The Rams get their first base hit from Blake Jones. It'll be a single, the leadoff variety for Thomas Weber.
There you go. Got to start with 1. Work your way up. First hit for the Rams, and Mr. Weber will come up.
Of course, if you're tired of big corporate banking, you know by now you have a choice in Jefferson County. That choice includes 1 checking from Community First Bank. It's free checking and high-yield interest. Of course, you'll find that in Dixon and Woodlawn in Mount Vernon or online at townfirstbank.net. Welcome back to Personal Banking, member FDIC. 1 on, nobody out for Webbs. Here comes. Outside low. It'll be 1-0. We're on the Twitterverse at WMIX Sports. We're on Facebook as well, YouTube channel with all of our archives. You can find easy access at WMIXsports.com. Runner on. Nobody out for Weber. 1-0 is the count. Out of the stretch will come the pitcher, Bennett. That's going to miss low, 2-0. Students filtering in and out of the facility.
Yeah. Teachers on a Friday. Let's go to the game. Who's playing? Don't know. Just go.
Yep. 2-0 coming. That was a strike. Catches the low edge of the zone. 2 balls and 1 strike to Thomas Weber.
One of those. You want to do work? You want to go outside? I don't want to. Okay, we'll go outside. Who's playing? Let's go watch.
We had some of those events back at District 201 when I was in high school. We went to 2-1. The grade school track meets, Special Olympics were always fun. Tried to help out there. Having those events, of course, at J.D. Shields Memorial Stadium. 2-2 as that's fouled off. Those were always fun.
I think kids look forward to that track meet to Mount Vernon because that means it's different food selection.
Uh-huh.
That track meet makes some money.
Good to coming. Oh, nice pitch. I'd always come out. Usually get 5 sloppy joes or something. That'd be the craziest part. Good cuisine. Full count here to Thomas Weber, the Ram catcher, senior.
You wonder what class this is. Always want to guess by the clientele walking.
Yes. I always loved that. That's going to be fouled off. Jones will go back to first.
Not sure.
Maybe an advanced placement literature.
Yeah, maybe, I don't know. You can tell by the look.
Maybe AP Bio.
Maybe.
Full count, 1 on, nobody out here in the bottom of the third, 6-0 ball game, and that'll fan Weber on a high changeup.
Wonder which classes are able to come out.
The first place was number 33, Jake.
And then the administrators are going, you mean to tell me we had X number of days off for snow and you're taking time out to go out and watch 2 teams you don't know? Well, that's right, classic. Yeah.
1 on and 1 out now for Jake Pike. 6-0 ball game. Rams trail. Here comes inside and low. It'll be 1-0 to Pike. getting ahead in the count here. The WMIX Sports Mobile Studios, driven by King City Chrysler Center. Find them online at kingcitychryslercenter.com or check out the Express Lane, fast oil changes and more. Service without an appointment.
Having made a few lesson plans in my day, I could come up with something.
1-0. I always loved the lesson plan of going to the library and watching the state basketball tournament as it's 1-1, fouled off by Pike. Back in the day at 2 classes. We're watching Mount Vernon and the Aurora School back in 97 and 8th grade library. I can't remember if the direction went first or second, because back then it was 1, now it's another. I think it was Aurora West back then, wasn't it? Now it's West Aurora.
Wayne's World.
Yes, sir.
Tuition at Memphis U High is $19,550. Those of you wanting to attend,
consider it. Go back.
Too late, even $20,000. Tweeted to us.
Nice. Follow us on Twitter at WMIX Sports. Pike's going to foul one off. It'll be 2 balls, 2 strikes. 1 gone, a runner aboard here for the Rams in their half of the third. Coin flip, won by Mount Vernon, of course, ended up as the home team here.
Yeah, you come on deck. Hey, Kenny, wake up. Come on. Jackson Horton, get over there and get that foul ball out to you. Oh, bad lead. Yeah. It's a long walk. A lot of foul ground here, but you got to still do your job.
Yeah. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 on, 1 out here in the inning. Bennett, of course, out of the stretch. The right-hander will fire with the runner going, and this is going to be fouled off.
Now, tennis court.
Ohio's safe.
That's tennis court. That was a fault. Second serve coming.
So our friend who parked over there is A-OK.
Yeah. You're at an angle, unless Jake Pike gets something to do with it, that should be a problem.
2-2 the count. We do it again. 1 on, 1 out here in the third in a 6-0 ball game. 6 runs, 7 hits in an error for U-High. No runs on 1 hit. That lone hit's been Blake Jones, who's on right now. Make this hit number 2 in the left field for Jake Pike. The runners on first and second.
Blowing away, just angled, drove the ball where it was pitched, out to left center field for a little single. So the Rams have 2 on with 1 out. A little noise here in the bottom of the third.
Of course, Ridley College offers over 100 degree and certificate programs for thousands less. See which is right for you with full descriptions at rlc.edu and apply online while you're there. It'd be a great day to go out to the Ridley College Marketplace, the golf outlet, drive some balls to the driving range. Jackson Horton, the lefty DH, will stand in with 2 on and 1 out. Rams trying to threaten here with some base hits scattered. Bennett trying to get him out of the inning. Fires a pitch outside. First and second are the Ram runners here in the bottom of the third, trailing by a score of 6-0. Checking on the runner at second. Blake Jones gets back with a head first time. Not much doing there, but still a good check. Good move.
Pretty good timing by both the pitcher and second baseman on that. There's students everywhere. I think anybody's in class in high school.
Beautiful Friday, always tough, especially if it's a day that you might traditionally in some parts be out. As this one's going to be fouled off. Towards the tennis courts, and that should. Count is 1 ball, 1 strike. 1 out here in the inning with 2 aboard. Left-handed Jackson Horton. Runner on first, runner on second. Center fielder playing straight away, but shallow. See if the Rams can burn one of the outfielders here on the 0-1. It's going to miss low and inside. Try not to call for the umpire anymore. Trying to get better about that, especially crossing the Commonwealth. First time we've done a baseball game out of state or have had that opportunity. Football, we don't even want to count the mileage over the years as we await the 2-1. 2 aboard here in the bottom half of this third inning with the Rams down 6-0, looking for some offense. And Horton will line 1 foul. It's outside of the third base bag, and it'll be 2-2.
Just a foul down the line. All kinds of classes out today. You look around another class or 2 up by the main entrance, hanging out. Another one over here in the picnic area. Everybody's kind of sneaking outside from the high school today.
Freshman PE, maybe?
Play some PE people.
Find out. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 gone. Here comes the pitch on the way for Bennett. Came in up on the hands for number 32, Jackson Horton.
Horton swung that bat not to hit the baseball to defend himself. The pitch was coming in so fast on him, he had to swing the bat to kind of defend his manhood at that point. He was darting in, swung and missed as he moved out of the box. Swinging movement.
We'll bring in Giants with 2 on and 2 out here in the inning. Rams need some offense, trailing 6-0 if you're just joining us. Underway at 12:10, 11:30 scheduled time. That's why we are where we are in the bottom of the third. First pitch misses for a ball to Giants. 1 ball, no strikes. Derek Hayes is on deck. As Zach will stand in with 2 aboard and 2 gone here in this bottom half of the third inning. Game number 2 will come your way after this one. The Rams will have Bartlett, Tennessee. Checking on the runner, Jones, second again.
Yeah, Jones' orange shoes are getting a little workout out there, keeping him close to home.
One out of the count with 2 outs, 2 aboard here in the inning. Rams trail U-High 6-0 in the bottom half of the third. Out of the stretch will come the right-handed hurler, Bennett. This is going to miss a low. 2 ball, nope, strike, 1-1.
Okay. Yep. Joliet Catholic, talking about $20,000 for tuition at Memphis U-High. Joliet Catholic only charges $10,000. A little bit different.
Yeah. Rams saw Joliet Catholic, of course, in the state finals last year. Waved at and missed on a pitch high, 1-2. I'm getting used to the delayed mechanic. Used to bang, bang, bang back home. Bang, bang. 2 on, 2 out, 1-2 the count to Zach Giles. Blake Bennett trying to get the Owls out of the inning relatively unscathed. Just surrendering a couple of base hits. That's what they'll do. Is change up on the outside course. Swung on a miss. He strikes out the side as we head to the fourth. It's 6-0. U-High. This is Rams baseball from WMIX Sports.
Hi, this is Joe David Cummins, President of Community First Bank. Now is a great time to move your account to Community First Bank. With our new One account offering the highest interest rate in the market, free checking, and CD specials delivered by people you know and trust, why would you not bank with the market leader in Jefferson County? We offer 5 locations with 7 ATMs and have been serving the Jefferson County market since 1906. Stop in and see why our bank is the fastest growing bank in Jefferson County. Community First Bank. Welcome back to personal banking. Member FDIC.
Registration for summer classes at Rendley College is going on now. The 8-week summer term is a great chance to catch up on classes you need, from general education to electives and more. Curious about starting college or even a little nervous? Summer is a good time for new students to find out what Rendley College can do for you. Registration for summer classes continues through June 6th. Call us at 618-437-5321 or find us online at rlc.edu. Rendley College, your journey starts here.
Back to Mount Vernon Rams baseball, powered by Community First Bank of the Heartland.
And we welcome you back, WMIX, WMIXsports.com. Chris Hugo with you, Danny Czerwinski alongside.
We solved the mystery of who's out here class-wise.
Tried to read the back of as many T-shirts as possible, maybe to give an idea. And I think for sure have an ag class down here.
Oh, there's ag.
Yep. That's why I brought up the T-shirts. This is going to be fouled off in the first pitch seen by Colt Neal. It's 0-1 to him in the top of the fourth. Top of the order with Neal, Wright, and Young.
There's not going to be any math teachers, I can tell you. They're in there slaving away.
Could never get to go out in any of the math courses. Back when I was in high school. Coming inside, and it's going to be inside the batter's box, so that'll be 1-1 to Neal. Reached on the walk his last time, was gunned down stealing, but then had a triple back in the first and later scored. 1-1 coming, there it is. Across the plate for a strike, it's 1-2.
Ag. About to pee people.
Can't blame them. Beautiful day. 1-2, and that's going to be a ground ball to Millwood. The second baseman picks it up, fires over to first. And 4-3 will be your first out.
How bad is the short?
2 runs in the first, no runs in the second, 4 runs in the third for the Owls. Rams finally got their first base hit, followed by another in the bottom of the third inning. Of course, Jones and Pike both delivered. And out of the windup will come Morgan. Pitching this low and away. It's going to be 1-0 here to Connor Wright. Wright singled, RBI single, and scored back in the first. Walked and scored back in the third. Here he is again. Ground ball tapped to the first base side of the mound. Picked up Morgan. Good play. Scoops over to Pike. Pike barehanded that.
Yeah. Why mess with the glove?
Okay. Stop enough. I'm to catch with my throwing hand.
The third base, number 9.
Decided to bring in Seth Young. He's 1 for 2. He singled, but part of that 6-4-3 double play that got him off the base paths in the first and popped up to the second baseman his last time. Lefty will stand in against Morgan. Curveball working. Nice. Outside corner for a strike, and it's 0-1 to the left-handed Young. No balls and a strike. Here comes. That one looked over the plate, but looked just a scant low, and it'll be 1-1. Community First Bank of the Heartland is the official voice of Rams and Lady Rams Sports here on WMIX. Don't forget about them in Mount Vernon, Dix, Woodlawn, and Ida. This is going to be in the right field. Nice lift there off of the bat of Young, and it falls just in front of Zach Giles for a 2-out single. 2 hits. Not a bad day for him so far.
First baseman, number 22.
Well, Fallon beat Highland Day 1-0. Chris Holba threw a no-hitter.
Nice. Always like to hear stories like that. Well, I see them happening at your team, but congratulations on that. No. Of course, scoreboard updates presented by your State Farm agent in Mount Vernon, Tony Wilt, as the first pitch comes low and away to Mike Fitzsimmons with 1 on and 2 out here. He's glad to help your family solve their insurance needs. Give his office a call. Find him on the web at TonyWilt.com or look for the white State Farm Jeep around town. Like a mobile business card. As the 1-0 comes up and in, both throw behind the runner. Good throw. From the bag with Pike. It's going to be difficult to tag, and now it's 2 balls, no strikes to Fitzsimmons.
Probably Memphis kids worry about the Grizzlies in the playoffs again.
2-0. In the left field, Brookman on the run. He will make the grab. So there go the Owls. We're through 3.5. It's 6-0 U-High. This is Rams Baseball, powered by Community First Bank.
Hi, this is Joe David Cummins, President of Community First Bank. By now you have heard about our new One Checking product. The new One Account is a high-interest earning, free checking account designed for everyone. Unlike other banks that pay interest on higher balance, this account pays interest on all balances. From high schoolers to Warren Buffett, One will work for you. You can talk to one of us at 244-3000 and learn about the details. One, exclusively at Community First Bank. You will be one happy customer. Member FDIC.
You need a great quality new-to-you vehicle. There's a reason why Second Chance Auto has been helping put families into affordable, dependable vehicles for over 34 years. Honest, fair deals. Ain't nothing fancy, just great vehicles with warranties and bank rate financing for all. That's the only way Second Chance Auto will do business. They're receiving new vehicles every day. So be sure to stop by and find out how you can save thousands on the total cost of your vehicle. Helping people get a great, dependable vehicle for over 34 years. Second Chance Auto, Route 142 East in Mount Vernon. Call 244-4582.
WMIX Sports is your home for the Mount Vernon Rams, powered by Community First Bank.
And welcome you back on WMIX and WMIXSports.com. Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski alongside Avery Barton is back in our Mount Vernon studio. 13 minutes past the top of the 1 o'clock hours. We head to the home half of the fourth. Bottom of the order due up for the Rams. It's Derek Hayes, Zach Brookman, and Reed Millwood. Of course, you can always bank on your hometown team at Community First Bank of the Heartland. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Member FDIC.
I shouldn't say it, but I got to. Those are probably the kids in class who are trying to unionize sports. College level.
Hey.
Tell you what, then last year Mike Young would have had a great place to be in the bullpen, take pictures down there.
Oh, yeah.
Had him caged up, he wouldn't be able to run off.
Now, the 6-0 ball game. We see the bottom of the order for the Rams. Hayes, Brookman, and Millwood. A late start to the inning. And a late start to the game. You'll have that.
TV timeout.
There you go. Ooh, this should look good, but again, we're higher up than what we normally would be, and that's going to be a ball. So 1-0 to Hayes.
I don't know, but that one class out there in front of the high school, it's been out there for a while. Somebody's double put a period and then a day outside.
Doing sidewalk chalk out there, maybe?
Maybe, or maybe literature.
Reading?
Yeah.
You know, that type of thing. Mm-hmm. Letting comp, perhaps? Maybe
they can't get too far away from the building. Pitch high, 3-0.
Runners count here to start off for Hayes. He leads it off in the bottom half of this fourth inning, trailing 6-0 are the Rams. Here comes another one. Will it be the obligatory 3-1? It will.
Then you get the inevitable, can I go to the restroom? Can I get something to drink? Can I get something to eat? Can I go do this? No, just sit down. We'll go back in and work kind of thing.
Yeah. 3-1 coming, and this is going to be a ground ball, third base side, picked up by Young. Fires across the diamond, Fitzsimmons with the grab, and 5-3 is your first out.
Good throw.
Now batting, the left fielder, number 7.
Man, you know, the facilities around here are absolutely pristine.
Offset in a rural area, by comparison.
Expansion. Close enough to Paducah in the city to be dangerous. Far enough away, you can have close campus.
Curve ball to start off. Number 7, Zach Brookman across for a strike. It'll be 0-1. 1 out, nobody aboard here in the bottom half of the fourth inning. Rams have no runs on 2 hits with an error. They've stranded 5 today. Here it comes. Ground ball, front-footed. Good pickup by the third baseman, Seth Young. High throw to first. Fitzsimmons gets back on the bag, and that'll be 5-3 again.
Good play by the first baseman to use the toes.
Now batting, second base.
Height, length, reach.
Millwood.
And Mount Vernon needs a little 2-out bingo if they want something, or this thing's going to the 5th.
So 2 outs and nobody on for Reed Millwood, the Rams' second baseman. See what he can do here. First pitch he sees. Hey, it's the second base. Be picked up by Hunt across to the first baseman, Fitzsimmons. And 4-3 retires aside. In order to go to the Rams here in the fourth, it's still 6-0 Owls. This is Mount Vernon Baseball from WMIX Sports.
Hi, Roy Schmidt, Ford dealer, Ford Square, Mount Vernon. We have one of the hottest car lines in the industry with the Ford Fiesta, Focus, and Fusion. The Ford brand was the top-selling brand in the United States in 2013, and we at Ford Square are determined to make that happen again in 2014. Ford is number 1 because the Fusion hugs curves and embraces fuel efficiency. The Focus is your friend at the pump and your love on the road. And the Ford Fiesta is taking fun and efficiency further. We have over 40 of these cars in stock right now waiting for you. We can offer huge cashback savings and want to deal. We will do anything to make 2014 even better and keep Ford number 1. Come see our associates at Ford Square, 1501 Broadway, Mount Vernon, Illinois, and we will show you why the best never rest. You can always view our new and pre-owned inventory online at fordsquare.com.
Streaming worldwide at WMIXsports.com. This is Mount Vernon Rams Baseball from WMIX Sports.
And we welcome you back to the Commonwealth. Chris Hugo and Danny Czerwinski alongside McCracken County Baseball Invitational. Game number 1 for the Rams. They trail 6-0 as we head to the top of the 5th. For the U-High Owls, we'll see A.J. Hunt, Blake Bennett, and Wyatt Young here in the order. So Hunt will lead it off. Facing Tyler Morgan, who comes out for a 5th inning of work, and here comes the pitch on the way. This is low for ball 1.
Yeah. Commonwealth, home of good basketball.
Yeah?
Yeah. College-wise.
That's be away to 1-0. Ground ball tapped to Hayes off the belly. He'll pick it up, fires across. Good stretch by Pike, and 5-3.
Knock it down.
For your first down. Second Chance Auto in Mount Vernon has a vehicle to meet your needs and your budget. There's a reason Second Chance has been around for 34 years, because they offer the largest selection in one location. No fancy sales gimmicks, no pressure, just honest deals on great vehicles, bank rate financing available for all. There's a reason they've been around for 34 years. See for yourself at Second Chance Auto in Mount Vernon. One of our Rams booster sponsors.
That class is going in. That must be banned. Oh, they carry their own chairs out. They must come out of the ag room. That must be like, see, they're carrying their own chairs back in.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know what they're up to.
Usually no good as the 0-1. It's going to be tapped foul. 0-2 now the count.
That's my department. That's no good.
Jack Hawkins.
Got a book to buy here. 9-2 while we're in town.
Really?
Yeah.
A book?
Yep.
All right.
New book came out Tuesday. I got to read.
Really? You got to drop the name of this book, or is this private?
Coach Cal's book.
Oh, I got you.
Okay.
That would make sense.
All right.
What do you write a book about?
How we do things.
Oh.
How ACA is dumb, which could take up volumes.
6-0 the count. We do it again, of course. Jackson swing, and that's going to miss low and away to the left-hander. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Yeah. Trying to help the NCAA come out to common sense. So, you know, it is the NCAA.
There's that. The 1-2. Soft roller up the right side, picked up by the pitcher Morgan, scooped over to first base, and 1-3 will be out number 2. Of course, baseball and softball are upon us. Check out Winning Edge for your team's uniforms and fan apparel. Find Winning Edge in downtown Mount Vernon at 212 South 9th Street and on the web at winningedgeusa.com. 6-0 here in the top of the 5th. Morgan, the pitcher, you'd assume might be the last of him. Thrown quite a few pitches today. It's a wild pitch.
But he can get you 5. That's
all he asked for.
The way it was going in the 3rd, you was hoping you'd get out of the 3rd. Now he could possibly get you out of the 5th. So that's what you need in a weekend like this.
Wyatt Young with a 1-0 count stands back in and takes the pitch high. 2 balls, no strikes. Connor Stewart in the on-deck circle. Here's the Owls, who lead 6-0 in the top of the 5th with 2 outs. The base is empty. Waves of the pitch. It'll be 2-1.
You know what Memphis kids asked today? Coach has said we're playing Mount Vernon. Memphis kids went, who?
Yeah. Fitting for the Owls. Is that an Owl joke or just a joke?
You know, all the above. Who? It's like that commercial, 2 Owls. Who?
Yeah.
I saw many a game played by Memphis U High at the Carbondale Holiday Tournament over the years.
Out. It's a 2-2 curveball fouled off for the first base dugout. It reminds me, speaking of things like that, reminds me of the Easter Bunny the image you'll see shared on social media and whatnot where his ears are being off and he can't hear. I love that one.
Yeah.
2-2 coming, 2 gone. Bases empty, and this is going to miss inside. It'll be a full count here to Wyatt Young.
There will be an ambush of chocolate peanut butter eggs over the weekend. I know that's coming soon.
I'm ready for some sweet tart eggs.
They're out.
Bobbed up, first base side and foul ground. Weber will give chase and unable to hang on.
Where's that first base? Here's the thing. Jake Pike needs to come over and call him off because the catcher's kind of running towards the baseball. That catcher's mitt, it doesn't do very well. Jake Pike's got a better first baseman Smith to make that catch. He's got to call him off. That's maybe a bit of inexperience of Jake Pike being at first. Go over there and be an out there and tell Thomas Weber the catcher's mitt back off. I'll take it. I got 1 or 2 pounds of sweet tart ready to go.
Nice. Full count inside, and that'll be a 2-out walk. And that'll put Wyatt Young aboard for Connor Stewart.
I was also very distraught they had white chocolate peanut butter Easter eggs this year.
They're not bad. You ever had them?
No.
They're different. They're not bad.
They're not in the yellow package that everybody likes.
They're in the white package, aren't they?
Yes. They're not. The yellow.
Peeps?
No. Those are nasty.
I will not try one.
Cool.
I'm a big marshmallow guy. You check the runner at first for 2 outs and 2 outs in a run.
Marshmallow and coconut.
You don't like coconut? You don't like Almond Joys?
Mm-mm.
You know, this is the anniversary of our very first WMIX Sports social media question of the week.
Well,
as we wait on the first pitch to Connor Stewart, he'll tank low. What do we want to know? Of course, the very first question, I think, was, what was your favorite Easter candy?
Yeah. I'm in a mood. I got to find some jelly beans. Not a lot. Once I have a handful or two, I'm like, okay, I'm done. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's kind of where I'm at with that.
Any jelly bean? Like, do you go for Brock's? Does it have to be Jelly Belly?
Jelly bean.
It's got to be Jelly Belly for me.
Yeah.
Nice flavor as they check on the runner at first. Nothing doing. 1-0 the count, 2 outs. Runner on first base. 6-0 ball game. Owls on top here in the top of inning number 5. Tyler Morgan's trying to get out of it.
I'll tell you what, you want to talk about gag reflex. Those peeps are
marshmallows, if they're not done right, have a residue on them that just make me sick. Can't explain it. Just the texture. This is going to be fouled off opposite way.
Yep. Texture issue.
Follow us on Twitter at WMIX Sports, because you may not be following us right now as we've kind of diverted onto the track of Easter candy. But all that aside, here comes the 1-1. I might have gotten dirty. Good stop by Weber. And it's 2 balls and a strike here to Connor Stewart. Runner on, 2 outs to the top of the 5th. Another game coming at you momentarily. Is this the ground ball? Millwood will pick it up. Fires over to first and 4-3. Will get the Rams through the top of the 5th. Through 4.5, still 6-0 U-High. This is Rams Baseball from WMIX Sports.
Hi, this is Joe David Cummins, President of Community First Bank. Now is a great time to move your account to Community First Bank. With our new One account offering the highest interest rate in the market, free checking, and CD specials delivered by people you know and trust, why would you not bank with the market leader in Jefferson County? We offer 5 locations with 7 ATMs and have been serving the Jefferson County market since 1906. Stop in and see why our bank is the fastest growing bank in Jefferson County. Community First Bank. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Member FDIC.
I'm Navy Rob with a look at your next rad weather. Mostly sunny skies for this afternoon with a spotty shower, high 68. Partial clouds for tonight, low 46 in the countryside to 51 in town. Mostly sunny skies and nice for tomorrow, high 71. Saturday night, low 43. Pleasant with partial sunshine on Sunday, high 74. Next rad weather from WMIX, Mount Vernon, Illinois.
Follow us on Twitter at WMIX Sports. This is Mount Vernon Rams Baseball.
And we'll welcome you back to McCracken County High School here at Edward Jones Field. The Mount Vernon Rams trail the U-High Owls of Memphis by a score of 6-0. For the Rams here at the bottom of the fifth, Ryan Campbell, Blake Jones, and Thomas Weber top the order due up. Blake Bennett, the pitcher, back out for another inning.
Batting first in the lineup, number 13, Ryan.
Oh, man. Beautiful facilities they have here. Talked about it time and time again today. Probably old hat by the time we're done. If not already, take a look at their schedule at McCracken County. Playing a few tournaments, but have a great facility and host a lot of games. As the first pitch seen by Campbell here in the fifth is singled up the middle. Puts a runner aboard for Blake Jones.
Well, Mount Vernon's going to do something. Might be the inning with the top of the order.
How about it? Number 11, Blake Jones.
So the right-handed center fielder will dig in with the runner on first. He actually got the first base hit today for the Rams. Liner down the line in left field. See what he does here as he takes a pitch in the dirt. It's going to be 1 ball, no strikes to Jones. Run Lake College powers our video streaming. It's how you can save thousands of dollars on your college education. Log on to rlc.edu and find out how. 1-0 is the count to Blake Jones. Runner on first base is Campbell after a single, and this is low for 2-0 to Blake.
Would have been wrong on that one.
Sounds, I guess, lucky.
Bartland's getting antsy, and he'll start getting ready to go.
2-0 pitch. Looked like it caught the outside corner. It does. 2 balls and a strike to Jones. Weber in the on-deck circle. Rams have struggled offensively today. Have surrendered 6 runs on 8 hits. Runner on first and nobody out. They'll check on that runner. Ryan Campbell gets back with a head-first dive.
Well, 1 class is left. They're heading back in.
Stayed for as long as they could. 2-1, pulled back on the bunt attempt, and that's going to catch again. 2-2 now the count to Blake Jones. Bartlett and your Rams are next, and then the Rams are done until tomorrow at 11 o'clock.
People are going to be sunburned today. They didn't prepare wisely sitting out in this.
Oh, yes. This one's going to be foul back towards us. We'll scoot over the top. It'll be 2-2 again to Jones.
Kind of have to dress for everything when you go on the road in spring. It's got to be warm weather, cold weather, suntan spray, sun spray, sunscreen spray. You got to have it all.
Got to be well prepared, have a little bit of everything. 2-2 the count, runner on, nobody out. Jones will wave at a pitch outside, first base not open, and that'll be a first out on the strikeout.
Pitch low and out of the zone, and Jones chased. Fish came up with nothing.
That is the 5th strikeout of the day for the pitcher, Blake Bennett. Brings in Thomas Weber, 1 on, 1 out here in the 5th. 6-0 score. Rams need some offense. Offense the worst possible way. Speaking of 5 Jefferson County branches responsible for quality service for all of your accounts. That's Community First Bank. They want to be the first to welcome you back to personal banking. Member FDIC. Weber takes the first pitch, strike for 0-1. Campbell with a lead off of the first base bag. Led off the inning with a single. Jones struck out, and now with 1 out and a 0-1 count here to Weber, they'll check on the runner at first. Bartlett Panthers. Primary color blue, secondary color red. Also out of the Memphis area. They check on the runner over there at first base. Weber digs in the very back of the right-handed batter's box. 0-1 is the count. One gone here in the inning with a runner aboard first base, and this one's going to be fouled straight back.
Net got that one.
WMIX Sports Mobile Studios, driven by Ford Square. Find all of their inventory online at FordSquare.com or see for yourself at 1501 Broadway, the heart of the King City. They drive the mobile studios. 0-2 pitch. He'll reach for it. Pop it straight up. Just in front of the plate cutout. This will be caught by the pitcher, Bennett. There's 2 away.
Little reach. Like McCracken County had.
Number 33.
Yeah. Pretty nice. Mr. Bennett has had the Rams off balance all day. Not a lot of good swings from the orange and black in this one so far.
2 outs with a runner on first. Left-handed Jake Pike will dig in. He's been a primary source of offense for these Rams. And now in the right field, that'll drop for a base hit. 2 on and 2 out.
That was a nice sharp single by Jake Pike. 2 runners on now, 2 out.
So they'll bring in Jackson Horton. Runners on first and second for Tim Holloway's Rams. They trail 6-0. No runs on now 4 hits for the Rams.
Let's see if Jackson Horton will get something done here.
Left-hander digs in. The DH here comes with 2 on. He'll reach for it. Front-footed to the first baseman. Scoops to the pitcher, Bennett covering at 3-1. We'll take care of the Rams here through 5. It's 6-0 U-High. This is Rams baseball from WMIX Sports.
Qualifications and rules apply. See institution for details.
Bill, where are we going? We're trying to find my ATM.
We just passed an ATM.
But that's not my ATM. I lose $4 if it's not my ATM.
Make any ATM your ATM. Introducing free Kasasa Checking with monthly rewards like cash and ATM fees back in your pocket. Visit trykasasa.com. Kasasa.
Visit People's National Bank or peoplesnationalbank.com for your Kasasa checking. Member FDIC.
Registration for summer classes at Rendlake College is going on now. The 8-week summer term is a great chance to catch up on classes you need, from general education to electives and more. Curious about starting college or even a little nervous? Summer is a good time for new students to find out what Rendlake College can do for you. Registration for summer classes continues through June 6th. Call us at 618-437-5321 or find us online at rlc.edu. Rendlake College, your journey starts here.
This is Mount Vernon Rams baseball, powered by Community First Bank of the Heartland.
And we welcome you back, WMIX, WMIXsports.com. We head to the top of the 6th, 9-1-2 due up in the Owl lineup. They lead 6-0 over the Rams. It'll be Preston White, Pope Neal, Connor Wright, barring any changes to the Memphis U-High lineup.
Connor Story stretching the arm out in the pin here in the top of the 6th. I think Mr. Morgan might be able to get one more out of me.
We'll see. Foul tip on the first pitch. It's 0-1 now to Preston White. Community First Bank, home of your free checking, high yield of interest. Checking account that earns cash back. Community First Bank, welcome back to personal banking. Member FDIC. 0-1. Catches the outside corner. Good pitch there by Tyler Morgan. It's 0-2. Showing signs of fatigue. Thrown a few pitches today. As the 0-2 comes, swung on a miss.
That fatigue into a strikeout, but that's okay.
Second of the day.
It's a good little outfit for Memphis. It's hard to believe they're getting their 20th game in already. We talked about Mount Vernon getting games in. Of course, being in Memphis, a little warmer down there.
So a lefty, Colton Neal, tripled to lead off the game. Gave him the score on the RBI single by Connor Wright, and thus far that's really been all they needed, though they've added more to take a 6-0 lead. The first pitch, the left-hander gets up, and it's 1-0 on the count. Connor Wright to follow. Here in the U-High half of the 6th, Morgan Fires another. This could be a ground ball through the legs of Pike and into right field and getting aboard. It's Colton Neal.
Got to get the glove down. Expected the ball to come up. That's what happens when you expect. Third error of the day by our count for the Rams. Just don't see that very often.
Now it'll be Connor Wright. Did have that RBI single back in the first. He walked and scored in the third. Grounded out his last time as they check on the runner Neal at first base. Nothing doing over there. Tony Wilt powers our scoreboard updates all season long. Find him online at TonyWilt.com. See how you can save on your insurance maybe there in his office, 442nd and South Water Tower. Or try to find the white State Farm Jeep around town. Try to find this Bond. As rounding second, headed for third is Neal. It got past the pitcher. Morgan's trouble there. Hayes was going the alternate way and then had to double back for it. And then coming around second was Neal, so Hayes will chase him back.
I'm telling you, Neal had ideas on third base because you had Hayes charging in, and then you had the shortstop that was kind of charging as well. Millwood was covering the bag. And Neal, nobody at third. Hayes had to scramble back to cover third, so Neal didn't run there from second. More trouble brewing here for the Rams in the middle part of this order.
Now, here comes the pitch on the way. Nice bender. Caught the outside corner of the left-hander, Seth Young. 0-1 is the count with 2 on and 1 out. Here in the top of the 6th inning. WMIX and WMIXsports.com as that will be thrown away in the center field as they check on the second. The runner at second. Neal, both runners will advance.
Second error of the inning on the Rams. 4 today now. Morgan turned and threw it and then just darted it. That ball dirt and went to the outfield. Both runners moved up a base.
Second and third are your runners. Now the lefty Young. With an 0-1 count, it's a double RBI chance. Ground ball to Pike. He'll step on the bag unassisted for the second out. Runners have to stay.
That's huge. Made a play. That kept the runners from advancing.
Now batting number 22, Mike Fitzsimmons.
Your community, your choice, your bank. At 5 locations and friends and neighbors on staff who understand your needs. Community First Bank keeps it simple. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Member FDIC. 2 on, 2 out. The runners in scoring position for Mike Fitzsimmons. Single that scored back in the third. That's all he's done on the base paths. He'll take the first pitch just outside. It'll be 1-0. Tyler Morgan, the Ram pitcher, in his 6th inning of work. He's pitched 5 2/3 with 2 outs and 2 aboard here for the Owls, who lead 6-0. The Rams in Henderson County tomorrow. As this one will be lifted into right. Giants are going to need it to make the grass. So that'll do it as the Owls strand 2 here. We're through 5.5. It's still 6-0. This is Rams Baseball, powered by Community First Bank.
This is your local State Farm agent, Tony Wilt. I want to thank Mount Vernon and the surrounding area for continuing to support us over the past 5 years. If you have never sat down with someone to go over your insurance program, let me invite you into our office. Let us show you what working with the industry leader, represented by a local agent, can do for you. I'm located just off 42nd Street. You can reach our office 24 hours a day at 242-1421 or on the web at TonyWilt.com. Thanks again, and go Rams.
Hi, this is Joe David Cummins, President of Community First Bank. By now you have heard about our new One Checking product. The new One Account is a high interest earning, free checking account designed for everyone. Unlike other banks that pay interest on higher balance, this account pays interest on all balances. From high schoolers to Warren Buffett, One will work for you. You can talk to one of us at 244-3000 and learn about the details. One, exclusively at Community First Bank. You will be one happy customer. Member FDIC.
This is Mount Vernon Rams Baseball, powered by Community First Bank of the Heartland.
Welcome back, WMIX and WMIXsports.com as we head to the bottom of the 6th. Rams trail 6-0. They'll send up Giants, Hayes, and Brookman, 6, 7, and 8, Tim Holloway's lineup. As we're going to have some changes made, however. I thought we were. As we'll see Sam Storm at lead off the inning instead of Zach Giants.
Well, get some people some swings.
Pinch hitter number 18, Sam Storm.
First pitch of the inning for Bennett. It's a comebacker. So it could be 1 pitch, 1 out as he fires over to first base, and 1-3 is out number 1.
making it look easy. Cruising along here.
On batting number 17, Derek Hayes.
So Hayes will stand in with one out and nobody on here in the bottom half of the sixth inning. 6-0 score. Rams trail. Here comes. This will be into right field on the run to make the grab. Just a couple of steps for Young, and there's your second out quickly.
2 pitches, 2 outs.
Number 7.
That'll bring in Zach Brookman, 2 outs, and the base is empty. Second Chance Auto is one of our Rams Booster sponsors on Route 142 East in Mount Vernon. They have the largest selection of pre-owned vehicles priced at $10,000 in one location. Second Chance Auto proudly supporting the Mount Vernon Rams. Inside corner for a strike to Brookman. First Ram of the inning to take a pitch. They were doing Blake Bennett some favors, looking to improve to 4-1 on the season. It's Bennett. The 0-1 will be a ground ball. Shortstop, right, picks it up, guns across the diamond. What a cannon. And the Rams go in order 1, 2, 3 here in the sixth. Through 6, it's 6-0 Owls. This is Rams Baseball from WMIX Sports.
Qualifications and rules apply. See institution for details.
Bill, where are we going? We're trying to find my ATM.
We just passed an ATM.
But that's not my ATM. I lose $4 if it's not my ATM.
Make any ATM your ATM. Introducing free Kasasa checking with monthly rewards like cash and ATM fees back in your pocket. Visit trykasasa.com. Kasasa.
Visit People's National Bank or peoplesnationalbank.com for your Kasasa checking. Member FDIC.
Registration for summer classes at Rendlay College is going on now. The 8-week summer term is a great chance to catch up on classes you need, from general education to electives and more. Curious about starting college or even a little nervous? Summer is a good time for new students to find out what Rendlay College can do for you. Registration for summer classes continues through June 6th. Call us at 618-437-5321 or find us online at rlc.edu. Rendlay College, your journey starts here.
This is Mount Vernon Rams Baseball, powered by Community First Bank of the Heartland.
And welcome you back on WMIX and WMIXSports.com. Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski alongside. Avery Barton is back in the Mount Vernon studios. We head to the top of the 7th, and we will have a new Ram pitcher, Connor Story. Due up in the lineup, A.J. Hunt, Blake Bennett, and Wyatt Young for the U-High Owls. The Rams and the Bartlett Panthers coming up next. We'll be here for that one on WMIX and WMIXSports.com.
Now batting number 4, A.J. Hunt.
Morgan goes 6 innings, 8 hits, 6 runs, 3 earned, 4 walks, 2 Ks. Can be the loser, can't be the winner at this point.
Hunt takes the first pitch high for ball 1. More students come out to take this game in.
Yeah, getting towards the end of the day, they all start fogging out of there.
Quick ground ball to the shortstop, picked up, fired across. Good play by Campbell. A 6-3 is your first out. The last chance 7th for the Rams. They'll see 9, 1, and 2. Reed Millwood, Ryan Campbell, Blake Jones, barring any changes. Trailing 6-0, 6 runs, 9 hits, 1 error for the Owls. No runs, 4 hits, 4 errors for the Rams.
Now batting number 26, Blake Bennett.
So Bennett will stand back in. He reached on an error back in the 3rd. That was his last time. Hawkins batted for him. Back in the 5th, and he'll take a first pitch low. So 1 out, nobody on. The count is 1-0 with Wyatt Young on deck. And here comes the Connor Story offering. So wave that and missed. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Connor Story come in. He did a nice inning. Probably use him again today, maybe this weekend. Nice crowd out in left center. A lot of bleacher bums now.
1-1. High, 2 balls and a strike. Community First Bank has that 1 checking. It's free checking with high yield interest. Just ask for 1 at Community First Bank of the Heartland. Welcome back to personal banking. 2 balls and a strike is the count. 2 bet. Ooh. For Kai, it'll be 3-1. Three on the count. Here comes. Swung on a miss. The count is pulled out of Blake Bennett. 1 out, nobody on here in the top of the 7th. 2 runs in the 1st, 4 runs in the 3rd. Been the offense for the Owls. As he'll foul one straight into the backstop netting, and the count will stay the same.
Another self-defense swing to get it off of him.
Yeah. Lake College can save you thousands on your college education. Log on to rlc.edu to find out how. We fouled back near us, and we do it again. Scoreboard updates today are presented by Tony Wilcher, State Farm agent in Mount Vernon. Find him on the corner of 42nd and South Water Tower. He's worldwide at TonyWilt.com. We're looking for the white State Farm Jeep around town. Full count, make or break. Looped. Oh, nice leap by Ryan Campbell, the shortstop for the second out.
Yep, nice play. Had to time his jump. Make sure he had taken care of.
Number 16, Wyatt Young.
Wyatt Young will stand in, the right fielder. He's walked twice today. Popped out and foul ground to the third baseman Hayes back in the second. His first base hit of the afternoon. 2 outs, the base is empty. 6-0 ball game. Story will come with it, and this will be lined down the left field line for a base hit. Could be extra bases for Young, and it will. Round first, headed for second. Brookman gets there and brings it in. It'll be a 2-out double for Wyatt Young.
Now 2 outs. Looking forward to the bottom of the 7th.
Number 12.
9, 1, and 2 for Mount Vernon. So the top of the order, we'll get another crack at it.
Connor Stewart stands in, had a 2 RBI single back in the third. Not much other than that, but that was good enough. They really only needed the 1 run to this point, up 6-0. RBI chance, but it's a ground ball to short on the first pitch. Steen fires over to first, does Campbell. And 6-3 retires aside as the Owls strand the runner. But nevertheless, Memphis U-High on top, 6-0. This is Rams Baseball, proud WMIX Sports.
Hi, this is Joe David Cummins, President of Community First Bank. Now is a great time to move your account to Community First Bank. With our new One account offering the highest interest rate in the market, free checking, and CD specials delivered by people you know and trust, why would you not bank with the market leader in Jefferson County? We offer 5 locations with 7 ATMs and have been serving the Jefferson County market since 1906. Stop in and see why our bank is the fastest growing bank in Jefferson County. Community First Bank. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Member FDIC.
Registration for summer classes at Rendlake College is going on now. The 8-week summer term is a great chance to catch up on classes you need, from general education to electives and more. Curious about starting college or even a little nervous? Summer is a good time for new students to find out what Rendlake College can do for you. Registration for summer classes continues through June 6th. Call us at 618-437-5321 or find us online at rlc.edu. Rendlake College, your journey starts here.
Back to Mount Vernon Rams baseball, powered by Community First Bank of the Heartland.
Welcome back, WMIX, WMIXSports.com. Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski alongside. Last chance 7th for the Mount Vernon Rams with Reed Millwood, Ryan Campbell, and Blake Jones. Better known as 9, 1, and 2 in the Tim Holloway lineup. Some sort of change coming here.
Maybe.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
Leading off for the Mount Vernon Rams.
WMIX Sports Mobile Studios, driven by King City Chrysler, home of Express Lane, fast oil changes, and more. Service without appointment. Just stop on in at King City Chrysler Center, 1603 Broadway. Another game to follow will be the Rams and the Bartlett Panthers. Right here on AM 940 and WMIXSports.com. Pitch and route to Millwood. It's going to be a strike across the inside corner for 0-1 to Reed. Have a good dinner tonight. Just don't know where yet. No, we'll figure that out this evening.
Yeah.
Come here plenty of times. Not this exact location, obviously. As we wait the 1-1 to Millwood, he took a ball low. And it'll fire, and this one will be fouled off down the right field line toward the bullpen. It'll be 1-2 to Millwood. Rams, of course, staying overnight. We debated. As we await the 1-2. Ground ball to the left side. It'll be picked up by the shortstop. Wright will fire across, and Millwood beats it out, allegedly.
Allegedly. I thought he was out by a half step. Man, pretty good play by the shortstop to get there.
Well, Millwood gets a bit of a break.
Oh, yeah.
Number 13, Ryan Campbell.
So with a leadoff base hit, nobody out, one on for Ryan Campbell now. Junior shortstop. We'll see Blake Bennett out of the stretch. Campbell is 1 for 2 today. He's walked, he's grounded out, and he's singled, and now takes a pitch across the plate for strike one. 0-1 is the count. Community First Bank of the Heartland is the official voice of high school sports here on WMIX. 5 Jefferson County branches, responsive quality service for all of your accounts, and friends and neighbors on staff will understand your needs. That's pretty simple, and welcome back to personal banking. Member FDIC.
The previous play at first probably challenged at the paid level.
Yeah.
I thought he was out.
0-2 the count. 1 on and nobody out here in the bottom of the 7th. Last chance, of course, for the Rams in the inning, anyway.
Oh, man. Mr. Bennett has been pretty phenomenal today.
Do like that, Em. You're right. See some of the McCracken hats around, the McCracken County Mustangs. First year of the high school is the 1-2. It'll be a ground ball to short. Right picks it up, looking to turn 2 to second for 1. And at first, I'll really not safe that time. I'll give him that.
Killer's choice reaching was Ryan Campbell. Hustling it out, and that'll be Blake Jones.
Blake Jones.
If that one wasn't, the transition from glove to throwing hand would have been a lot cleaner. That's a double play. But right now, 1 on and 1 out for Thomas Weber.
Hunt couldn't find the handle out there. It would have been 2 outs.
We'll have the Mount Vernon Rams and Bartlett Panthers coming up for you after this game and after our Schmidt Chevrolet post-game show. Or Schmidt Chevrolet, the neighbors to our WMIX studios. 3423 Broadway in Mount Vernon, online at schmidtchevrolet.com. 1-0 is the count. Here to Blake Jones. 1 on and 1 out. Pitch coming. That'll be right down the middle for 1-1. They told me who they're going to start the second game yesterday, but I forgot. I should have written that down. Hey, you win some, you lose some, don't you? 1-1 coming. This one, and it could be a base hit left center, but no, great real estate patrol there by the center fielder. And that will be your second out. Rams down to the last chance.
Yeah, what looked to be a hit was an easy catch.
So the man who's made so many robberies in center field was robbed himself. It's Blake Jones. Flies out to center, and now they'll bring in Weber. The last chance for the Rams with 1 on and 2 out. 6-0 score, so they're going to need quite a bit to get anything done here in the bottom half of the 7th inning. Here comes the pitch on the way from Bennett. It's going to miss low and away. 1-0 is the count to Weber, the Ram catcher. He's struck out. He's popped out. Popped out twice. And with 2 outs and they're under board, the Rams hoping something will happen here. Maybe some 2-out bingo. 1-0 coming. That is going to be swung on a miss. And it's 1-1 with Pike on deck.
Late. A lot of times today when the Rams have been late with their swing, can't quite get a good look off a Bennett.
2 runs in the first, 4 runs in the third. That's been the only offense today, but that's enough offense for the Owls. They lead 6-0. 1-1 the count, 2 outs, runner going. High throw. It'll be 2-1. Safe at second will stroll Ryan Campbell.
And he strolled in all right. No slide, no nothing. Just strolled right on in. Down 6.
10:45 pregame tomorrow morning for Brooks Stadium. The Rams and the Colonels from Henderson County, Kentucky. As we wait to 2-1. 2 gone. Here it comes. This will be fouled off. It'll be 2 balls, 2 strikes to Weber. Pike waiting and anticipating in the on-deck circle. The Rams need a lot to happen in a short amount of time to keep this one going. The Rams trying to avoid falling to 9-8-1, looking for win number 10. Of course, Blake Bennett looking to go to 4-1 on the 2014 campaign. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, runner on second. Here comes inside, and that'll be a full count now to Weber. Full count. Could be the payoff pitch here for U-High. Maybe get them out of this. Here comes. This one will be popped up, coming behind us. We'll do it again.
Oh, that hit.
Yeah, it
hit something.
Boy, it's a good time. 2 outs and runner on second. It's Ryan Campbell. Of course, he reached via the fielder's choice on the force out at second. Lone runner on the base pass with 2 gone. Full count for Thomas Weber. Out of the stretch will come the right-hander Bennett. Looks back to the runner on second, fires home, and that is going to put Thomas Weber on first base. Just low and inside for the 2-out walk, and that puts 2 aboard for Pike.
Hottest hitter for the Rams right now in the last week.
2 for 2.
On base all 3 times.
Now the lefty will dig in. 6-0 to score. U-High on top and have dominated. And now the lefty Pike will stand in the back of the left-handed batter's box with runners on first and second and 2 outs here in the last chance 7th inning. Rams down 16 more. Here comes from Bennett. Pike will put it in play, but it's a ground ball to the second baseman. 4-3. We'll wrap up a win for the U-High Owls. They improved to 13-7. The Rams dropped to 9-8-1. We'll come back and tell you all about it in the Schmidt Chevrolet postgame show. This is Rams Baseball from WMIX Sports.
Hi, this is Joe David Cummins, President of Community First Bank. By now you have heard about our new One Checking product. The new One Account is a high-interest earning, free checking account designed for everyone. Unlike other banks that pay interest on higher balance, this account pays interest on all balances. From high schoolers to Warren Buffett, One will work for you. You can talk to one of us at 244-3000 and learn about the details. One, exclusively at Community First Bank. You will be one happy customer. Member FDIC.
Whether it's Mother Nature's inability to decide on a season, a weekend that got a little out of hand, or just life, there's always something looking to damage your vehicle. This is Chase Landers from Landers Collision Centers. Maybe winter weather turned your full-size sedan into a compact, or a little hail has your truck looking like Swiss cheese. Perhaps a deer decided to go for a ride on your hood, or maybe your truck is missing its hitch and bumper after pulling your little brother out of the ditch last weekend. Did a bad breakup leave a little graffiti on your SUV? We hope not, but we've seen it all, and we certainly don't judge. Whatever mess life has created for your vehicle, we'll clean it up. As a direct repair facility for many insurance companies, we take care of just about everything, even getting you into a temporary vehicle while we restore yours. That's the Landers difference. Top to bottom, big or small, Landers fixes them all. Come see us in Mount Vernon and Salem and ask us about free detailing for the life of your vehicle. Or call 1-888-LANDERS. That's 1-888-LANDERS.
How can we keep the people we love safe and secure in their own home? Let the Medicine Shop's home medical equipment team help you with all your mobility and specialty product needs. They provide mobility products like motorized scooters, wheelchairs, and home stair lifts. The Medicine Shop's expertly trained staff can also provide car and van lift installations, and they offer a full service repair facility for medical equipment, whether you purchased it from them or somewhere else. Here's pharmacist and pharmacy owner Eric Black.
We service a 60-mile radius area, so a pretty wide area. We service orders from several area hospitals, and we have the staff in place that really sets us apart. We have 3 respiratory therapists and 2 seating specialists to help with seating on wheelchair and power chair needs. And we just feel that we have the staff and the warehousing and the facilities in place to really set us apart from any of our competitors in the area.
The Medicine Shop Pharmacy, 2339 Broadway in Mount Vernon.
More Americans are on a move today than ever before. One of the most popular modes of transportation is the motorcycle. Motorcycles take us to our jobs, school, to the beach, and all around the country. If you're a bike rider, your Pekin Insurance Agency, Page Insurance on Crownview in Mount Vernon, wants to make sure you have the best insurance protection while you're riding. Ask about the money-saving auto cycle discount and the experienced driver discount, too. Call Page Insurance at 242-7000 today about motorcycle insurance from Pekin Insurance.
This is Mount Vernon Rams Baseball from WMIX Sports. The Schmidt Chevrolet postgame show starts now.
And welcome back, WMIX, WMIXsports.com, your Schmidt Chevrolet postgame show. Rams fall here in 7 to Memphis U-High by a score of 6-0. Danny Czerwinski has the scoring instead.
Memphis U-High, 6 runs, 10 hits, 1 error, 8 left on base. Mount Vernon, no runs, 4 hits, 4 errors, 8 left on base. Winning pitcher going the distance, Blake Bennett. Losing pitcher, Tyler Morgan, in a game that took 1 hour and 45 minutes. Mount Vernon falls to Memphis University School by a score of 6-0.
That takes care of that on your Schmidt Chevrolet postgame show. 3423 Broadway in Mount Vernon, online at SchmidtChevrolet.com. We'll take a break. We'll come back with your player of the game. Rams fall here to U-High at McCracken County, 6-0. This is Rams Baseball from WMIX Sports.
You need a great quality new-to-you vehicle. There's a reason why Second Chance Auto has been helping put families into affordable, dependable vehicles for over 34 years. Honest, fair deals. Ain't nothing fancy, just great vehicles with warranties and bank rate financing for all. That's the only way Second Chance Auto will do business. They're receiving new vehicles every day. So be sure to stop by and find out how you can save thousands on the total cost of your vehicle. Helping people get on a great, dependable vehicle for over 34 years. Second Chance Auto, Route 142 East in Mount Vernon. Call 244-4582.
Registration for summer classes at Rendlake College is going on now. The 8-week summer term is a great chance to catch up on classes you need, from general education to electives and more. Curious about starting college or even a little nervous? Summer is a good time for new students to find out what Rendlake College can do for you. Registration for summer classes continues through June 6th. Call us at 618-437-5321 or find us online at rlc.edu. Rendlake College, your journey starts here.
Find us on Facebook. This is Rams Baseball from WMIX Sports.
And we welcome you back to McCracken County High School for the McCracken County Baseball Invitational. This is your Schmidt-Shirley post-game show-up game number 1. The Rams have Bartlett Panthers coming up here in just a moment. We'll have your Landers Collision Center's pregame show coming up momentarily. Rams lose to Memphis U-High by a score of 6-0. Of course, the DC set the stats. Took an hour and 45 to play after a late start. But your player of the game for the Rams, and this is a tough one, Tyler Morgan, of course, went the distance in the loss, but offensively for the Rams, hate to give it the same guy over and over. Jake Pike was probably the bright spot. He went 2 for 3 today with a couple of singles, and so thus he is your Rams player of the game. We do it again here shortly. We come back. We'll have your Landers Collision Center's pregame show. Big or small, Landers, 6 of them all. Call 1-888-LANDERS. That's 1-888-LANDERS. That's coming up in a moment. This is Rams Baseball, of course, presented by Community First Bank. Back after this.
Thank you for listening to Mount Vernon Rams Baseball from WMIX Sports. Mount Vernon Rams Baseball from WMIX Sports is sponsored by the official voice of Rams Athletics, Community First Bank of the Heartland. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Rams Baseball is also sponsored in part by the Medicine Shop of Mount Vernon, Ford Square and King City Chrysler. You can count on us. Rendlake College. Save thousands on your college education.